Alright, hey, welcome to Brantsteele, the next episode. 4, I think, maybe 5. Actually, I think it's 5. So, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I set up most of this in advance, so I don't have to cut out too much. But there's literally no way for me to do this without, I have to do the screen region on screen, and to avoid editing, I'm gonna fucking just do it right here. And I hope you all understand. That actually worked out literally perfectly to start this off. So if we can open up, I can tell you that we are gonna start with Survivor Game Changers. Representing the Mana tribe is Box Ghost, Chip Skylark, Envy, Floyd Mayweather, Germany, Catherine, Literal Glass, Morgan Freeman, Mrs. Claus, and Red. And from the Nuku tribe, a BMW motorcycle, Dexter, Hitmonchan, Isabel, a kitten, Maid Sama, Martin Freeman, Netflix's Bandersnatch, Ronda Rousey, and a Texas Longhorn. Let me apologize for my voice. I know I'm very nasally. I am extremely sick right now. But to meet the Wednesday deadline for this finale, I have to do it tonight and tomorrow and Wednesday. This is BS. They told me that except Ghost, that bastard Box Ghost, is doing here. Because he's the worst ghost. 2 other things. There's a lot of characters in this. Like, the Brantsteele series as a whole, several hundred characters. So if I accidentally duplicate a few characters, the original was done back in May of 2018. This is January 2019 now. If I duplicate characters by accident, sorry, it was hard for me to keep track of the characters. And just because the winner of this is guaranteed to be in Smash Brothers, doesn't mean no one else is. They could even still be in the tournament, but it's just the winner is guaranteed. So just wanted to get those out of the way. Hey, let's jump right in. We got 4 games tonight. One of them is gonna be like particularly a little longer, which is why we only have 4. I am going to real quick adjust this so it pisses me off less, if you don't mind. There we go. Alright, I mean, hey, this worked out pretty well. So when I meant Texas Longhorns, I meant the football team. Can you zoom in a little? I can, actually. This is the magic of doing it on the fly. Let's just... Then we just scroll down. You don't really need to see episode 1. Can I get a... Hold up. Center. And then just drag it straight down. Okay. I did my best to keep it centered. Let's jump into it. The Marooning. The tribes are to collect as much supplies as they can from a large ship. However, while the tribes are busy gathering items, several yards from the ship are 2 color-coded knots. Members from each tribe can choose to dive in and swim to the ropes to untie them. The first person to untie their tribe's knot will release a toolkit for their tribe. The Mana tribe wins a reward, and you know what? They won a toolkit. You know what? It said what they were going to win, and it won. That's a good simulation. You're right. We saw that Mr. Claus won the Survivor. Can his wife do the same? This is important. Envy has found the legacy advantage. I have no idea what that means, but good for him. Oh, well, it's going to tell me. The Mana tribe's immunity idol is currently hidden, but he has found the legacy advantage. I don't know if that's their idol, or if that's something completely different. And the idol for the Nuku tribe, still missing. Blue Lagoon Bustle. Tribes start out on the beach, with each tribe running into the ocean, swimming out to a net obstacle, climbing over it, going over a barrel roll, and swimming to a platform to retrieve keys. 3 players from each tribe then solve their tribe's puzzle in the form of a captain's wheel. The first tribe to extend the flag using the wheel wins. And the Mana tribe is going to win immunity. And also, hey, they get immunity and a prize for this. So that's a pretty big deal for them. That's pretty good. Mana tribe, he has the legacy advantage, of course. And he's impressing the rest of the team by finding that legacy advantage, whatever that could mean. Germany and Catherine have a minor disagreement. Game must have been banned. And we have the alliance number 1 down here of Floyd Mayweather, Germany, Literal Glass, Morgan Freeman, and Mrs. Claus. Can't really see it too well, I apologize, but it's nothing too important down here. This team doesn't have a lot of dead weight. It's a strong team, you know. Everyone's carrying themselves. The Nuku Tribe Hidden Immunity Idol is currently hidden, but the Kitten is impressing the rest of the team with the cuteness. Hitmonchan and the Texas Longhorn find something in common. By the way, I knew exactly what you meant when you suggested Texas Longhorns. But, you know, fucking this is easier to represent with an image. And here's this weird alliance down here. So no one has any items as someone's getting voted away. The first vote goes to Maid Sama, then Maid Sama, then the Kitten. Why are y'all getting rid? No! Stop! 4 for the Kitten. Oh my god! And with a vote of 8-2, the Kitten has been voted off the island. What the fuck? And then we get to see here the BMW motorcycle and the Kitten were the only ones who voted for me. Why does everyone hate the Kitten so much? Does no one like joy in their lives? Well, either way, here's how these things have shaped up. You know, he's still got the legacy advantage. Still have no idea what that means. All of this is still here. Serpent Turf. Contestants must race out into the water and swim over to their respective tribe's bamboo cage. Once the entire tribe has arrived, each person must climb up and over the cage wall into the water. They will then retrieve a 30-foot-long, 400-pound snake and bring it back to shore after crossing a balance beam. Jesus Christ! Before setting the snake on a table, 3 remaining castaways will then retrieve 6 number tiles from the snake, and the tiles will be used to solve it. It just gives it to them? Solving the combination frees 8 rings that one of the 3 castaways must throw at a series of targets that become progressively further down the contestants. The rings, when hit, will eventually spell out immunity. The first tribe to spell out immunity wins. Okay, well, we're just going straight to immunity. It was either anime or kitten. Only one kawaii can reign. If you think about it, like, it was the maid, so it really... It was one step off from being a cat maid. The Mana tribe wins immunity again, and wins a fishing kit with a raft waiting at the winning tribe's camp. They're going to go do some fishing. Meanwhile, Mana has the legacy advantage, but then also has a major meltdown for some reason. Could be looking to split apart. Meanwhile, Hitmonchan has found the Nuku tribe's hidden immunity idol. And, you know, has it. Netflix's Bandersnatch and the Texas Longhorn find something in common. Dexter and Netflix's Bandersnatch have a minor disagreement. He got the shitty meme ending. Isabel and Netflix's Bandersnatch bond slightly. You know, she had a good little binge down here. That's the only thing. It's the only thing you can't see down here. Well, it's time to vote. If anyone has the immunity idol, now's the time to play it. Hitmonchan's going to hold on to it. 1 vote for the Texas Longhorn. Then to Maid Sama. Then to the BMW motorcycle. Then to Maid Sama yet again. And then to the motorcycle. Then to the Longhorn, where it's a 3-2 vote tie. Then to the Texas Longhorn. Then Maid Sama. And the final vote, 4-3-2, the Texas Longhorn is going home. Man, the Nuku tribe just hates animals. Here you can see how everyone voted. The only one you can't see is that the Texas Longhorn voted for the BMW motorcycle. So the Nuku tribe really getting worn down here. They need to start winning. Oh, as part of a twist, new tribes are randomly assigned, and a 3rd tribe is formed. Members of this tribe will have to start from scratch. Well, you know what? That's not big of a much of a disadvantage from the people from the Nuku tribe, but the Mana tribe, whoever gets randomly sent to this 3rd tribe, they're kind of screwed. So here are your new tribes. Envy, Floyd Mayweather, Hitmonchan, the Netflix's Bandersnatch, Red, and Rowdy Ronda Rousey. In the Nuku tribe, it's a BMW motorcycle. Dexter, Germany, Catherine, Morgan Freeman, and Miss Claus. And in the final tribe, it's Box Ghost, Chip Skylark, Isabel, and at the bottom, Literal Glass, Maid Sama, and Martin Freeman. Didn't everyone like the Longhorns? Wasn't everyone getting impressed by the Kitten before immediately voting her off? Envy still has the legacy advantage. Hitmonchan has the immunity idol. There are a bunch of fucked alliances that mean nothing right now. Of course, still over here. And some new alliances that still mean absolute bullshit. The castaways from each tribe will be attached to each other with ropes attached to bells around their waist. They will begin by racing through a tunnel of hay. They will then make their way over and under a series of hitching posts. The next step is to grab a bucket, fill it with water, and make their way over a giant teeter-totter. They will then pour the water from their bucket into a larger bucket. When the latter bucket is full, it will lower a gate. The team will then race through the gate to solve a plank puzzle. Puzzles, of course. Survivor loves their puzzles. The first 2 tribes to get it right will win the reward and immunity, and the Tavua tribe wins immunity, as does the Mana tribe. And it looks like the Naku tribe just can't catch a break. They also win a tarp and have a choice between comfort items or seasonings. Second place tribe wins what the first placers do not choose. We have no idea what that is, but, you know, whatever. The Naku tribe really getting screwed over here. Wait. Oh, Hitmonchan has found the Mana tribe. So Hitmonchan now has 2 idols, the Mana and the Naku immunity idols. Hitmonchan and Ronda Rousey find something in common, beating the shit out of people. Red is impressing the rest of the team. That's never a good sign, honestly. I think we've learned at this point. Netflix's Bandersnatch and Ronda Rousey bond slightly. Alliance number 1 dissolves, and Alliance number 2 forms down at the bottom. Envy, Bandersnatch, and Ronda Rousey. The Naku idol is still missing, but BMW Motorcycle, he's impressing the rest of the team. Catherine and Miss Claus have a major fight. Catherine's trying to get over at Mr. Claus. That has a lasting impact. And Dexter forms an alliance with the motorcycle. We saw this before in Survivor with the 2 idols, yep. Literal Glass and Martin Freeman bond slightly. Box Ghost and Martin Freeman bond slightly. You know, Martin Freeman, he's just getting along with everyone. Maid Sama impressing the rest of the team, trying to keep her spot here. Well, it's time for the vote on the Naku tribe. Time to lose someone else. 1 for Mrs. Claus, 1 for the motorcycle, 2 for Mrs. Claus, 2 for the motorcycle, 3 for Mrs. Claus, and the final vote is for the motorcycle, making it a tie. And because the vote is a deadlock, Rock... Okay, we're skipping right to random draw. We're immediately going to Thanos Rock. We're not even going to try again. And Thanos Rock. You can't see it. I'll actually... This is a pretty important reveal. Thanos Rock has chosen Dexter to be removed. Goodbye, Dexter. You've been snapped. Of course, we saw all these votes. These votes don't really matter in the end. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Give me just a second. Alright, sorry about that. That's BS. They only get 1 tie instead of 2. Janus Rock judge fairly and harshly. Alright, we see the tribes. The Naku tribe. It just can't get away from this Naku curse. You know, these are the 3. I have no idea what the legacy advantage is. So of these alliances, alliance number 2 at the bottom, you've seen that one before. This bullshit tribe, this fucking barely existent tribe of just glass. 1 castaway from each tribe will use a grappling hook to retrieve a bow. Once they are done, another tribe mate will dig out a ball. A 3rd tribe mate will attempt to balance the ball on the bow past 2 balance beams before placing the ball in a compartment. After that, the 1st castaway will use the grappling hook to retrieve a bag containing a handle. The 2nd tribe mate will once again dig out a ball, and a 4th tribe mate will balance the ball on the handle, walking past the same balance beams before placing the 2nd ball in the compartment. Once both balls have been collected, the final tribe mate will solve a slide puzzle. The first 2 tribes to finish win. The Tavua and the Mana tribe win again. You know, the Tavua tribe, they're getting first place in a lot of these. They win peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, cookies and milk, and the Mana tribe just wins the peanut butter and jelly. No cookies and milk for them. And you know what? Mrs. Claus, she's got to be pissed about that. Meanwhile, the Naku tribe has lost every one so far. Oh, that was just for rewards. This is for immunity. Never mind. Each tribe will choose 1 person to be their caller. The rest of the tribe will be blindfolded. Using only verbal commands, the caller will instruct 2 pairs of blindfolded tribe members to collect 3 bags containing 1 ball each. Once they have all 3 bags, they will take off the blindfolds and, 1 at a time, work to put the 3 balls in the center of a table maze. The first tribe to finish wins immunity, and the Mana tribe wins immunity. Both losing tribes will be attending the council as 1 group. So I think we're only losing 1 person, but 2 different tribes are voting. So that's one way to mix it up. So some of those bullshit alliances could actually come into play here. Netflix's Bandersnatch and Ronda Rousey bond strongly, and Red and Ronda Rousey have a minor disagreement. the Naku tribe. Germany and Morgan Freeman bond strongly. The motorcycle and Miss Claus have a major fight. He ran her over just like that reindeer did. That's literally not how the song goes in the slightest, but whatever. Germany and Morgan Freeman have a minor disagreement. Oh no, they were just getting along. An alliance of Catherine and Germany is formed down here at the bottom. Literal glass is impressing the rest of the team by its durability. They're all shocked. No one! Okay, out of Hitmonchan isn't in here. He has all the idols, so... It's just who everyone getting voted for now. One for Maid Sama, one for the motorcycle. We're losing some frames, but it's Brantsteele, so who cares? Two for Mrs. Claus, a second for the maid, 3 for Mrs. Claus, 4 for Mrs. Claus, 3 for the maid, 5 for Mrs. Claus, 4 for the maid, and 6 for 1. Mrs. Claus is gone. She was too pissy about losing. Who the fuck's trying to get rid of Maid Sama? Look, we'll find out. But Mrs. Claus is gone. She was too pissy about not getting the milk and cookies. They were sick of it. So let's see here. Martin Freeman, Germany, Morgan Freeman, and Mrs. Claus. So the Freemans, Germany, and Mrs. Claus wanted Maid Sama gone. And meanwhile, Catherine just really wanted that motorcycle gone. So really, it's just the Freemans and Germany that Maid Sama needs to worry about, at least for now. It wasn't... I just realized it was one of the Naku tribe that's fucking gone. So they're down to 4 while the others are at 6. All this shit's still here, these random alliances. Alright, nothing really going on here. 2 castaways per tribe will compete in this challenge. The first must race to balance a ball on top of a pole while maneuvering through a series of obstacles. Along the way, they would add another section of the pole, making it harder to balance the ball as they make their way through the course. After they got past the balance beam, they would have to untie knots to get to a table, where they would place the ball on it to retrieve a key. The second castaway will unlock a chest of sandbags and shoot the sandbags at a series of bamboo targets. The first 2 pairs of castaways to finish the reward win the reward for their tribe, and the Naku tribe finally wins something. And it's some fucking baked goods, iced tea, and milk. It's not horrible, but you know, whatever. And Mana, they win chocolate chip cookies, so, you know, good for them. But now, time for immunity. The castaways must go up and over a large wall before the 3 members of each tribe would tumble a large timber cube towards a stand. One castaway will get atop the cube and retrieve a key. The 2 other tribe mates would use the key to unlock a crate of 100 sandbags. They must then carry these sandbags across an uneven balance beam. Finally, one castaway will use these sandbags as ammunition for a slingshot to knock down 5 wooden targets. The first 2 tribes to finish win immunity, and the Naku, they're turned around. Miss Claus went home and day after they won milk and cookies. The Naku tribe is in fact starting their redemption, winning this one as well, with the Tavua tribe still going strong, getting second. The Mana tribe is going to have to vote for someone to get out of here. Hitmonchan having a major meltdown, the stress of having both idols getting to him. Envy and Netflix's Bandersnatch bond slightly. Hitmonchan and Netflix's Bandersnatch find something in common. And meanwhile, an alliance down here at the bottom of Envy and Red forms. BMW Motorcycle and Germany have a minor disagreement. Germany and Catherine have split up their alliance only so Catherine can make a new alliance with Morgan Freeman. Not a very strong alliance, though. Box Ghost has found the immunity idol, while Chip Skylark has a major meltdown at seeing the Box Ghost, who is impressing the rest of the team. Twice, actually. You can't see it at the bottom. It actually says Box Ghost is impressing the rest of the team for a second time. Well, it's time for the Mana tribe to vote. Hitmonchan has the immunity idol. It has 2 immunity idols. If anyone wants to use it, Hitmonchan is going to use the Naku hidden immunity idol to avoid any votes, and it was a smart move, as the first 2 votes are for Hitmonchan. Then, no, the first 3 votes are for Hitmonchan. Then, there's 2 for Floyd Mayweather. And with vote 3-0, since it would have been 3-3, it would have been a tie, but Hitmonchan saved himself, and Floyd Mayweather has been voted off the island. Ronda Rousey voting for Mayweather at the bottom. So, you know, I said, like, this team down here would get screwed, but they're still going strong. Box Ghost, Chip Skylark, Isabel, Literal Glass, Maid Sama, and Martin Freeman. Isabel's done really nothing throughout this. 2 new tribes of 7 are randomly assigned in this twist. One castaway will draw a package without a buff and go to exile. Hitmonchan has been exiled. The exiled castaway is given 3 possible advantages: an extra vote, a kit with which to design a fake hidden immunity idol, as well as a challenge advantage for their new tribe. Hitmonchan chooses the challenge advantage. You idiot! The extra vote could have been so important. Either way, so we now have Hitmonchan on his own and 2 other tribes now. The Mana and Naku. Oh no. This is not good for Maid Sama over here. With both 2 Freemans, 2 of the 3 that wanted to get rid of her. Along with Box Ghost, the BMW motorcycle, and Catherine, and Ronda Rousey. And in the cursed Naku tribe, Chip Skylark, Envy, Germany, Isabel, Literal Glass, Netflix's Bandersnatch, and Red, and Hitmonchan has been exiled. Make sure chat was working there for a second. Box Ghost has the his idol still. Oh! Hold up. Oh, no. Does Hitmonchan still have his idol? That's a good question. Either way, here's these alliances. Nothing's really changed with them. Naku tribe hidden. Oh, Chip Scarlet has found the Naku tribe idol. Envy still has the legacy advantage. I have no fucking idea what that means. Nothing's changed alliance-wise. Cargo salvage. The contestants had to dive in and climb onto a platform. They must then cross a monkey bar by treading over a rope. They will then lift heavy puzzle pieces into a sled situated on a platform. Once all the puzzle pieces have been collected, the tribes must drag their sleds down the platform, up a hill with the help of logs, and on to the finish. 3 members of each tribe will then solve a barrel puzzle. The first tribe to complete their puzzle wins. How does Hitmonchan possibly win anything, even with an advantage? What the fuck? Hold up, what the fuck? I hate my life. I want you to know this. Please let me proceed. Oh, thank the fucking Lord. Alright, let me tweet this out. So much for not having to edit any of this. Which I really didn't want to do, because it actually takes, like, hours for this to render. Let me make sure everything's, like, good and going strong before we jump in. So basically, I don't know who just won that. I think whatever team has Envy won the challenge. So a quick explanation. Hello, Farsi. Quick explanation what happened there. For whatever reason, I have no idea what it means. No one on any forum is helpful whatsoever, and this is true for anything. Apparently some kind of host was shut down in the middle of my stream, so I literally had to go reset my Twitch stream key and put a new stream key in OBS, and that fixed it. Thankfully, it didn't take such a long time that the game reset, or I would have screamed. But either way, let's just continue. I'll have to fucking edit it together now afterwards, so this computer's not going to rest for 48 hours. Box Ghost has the Tavua tribe idol. Box Ghost and Martin Freeman has a minor disagreement. The motorcycle and Ronda Rousey have a major fight. The motorcycle is hitting everyone, and the motorcycle and Box Ghost have a small fight. The Naku tribe hidden immunity idol is not currently hidden, because Chip Skylark has it. Germany and Netflix Bandersnatch find something in common. Envy and Netflix Bandersnatch find something in common. Everyone's enjoying Bandersnatch, you know, they're having a good old time. If the stream goes down again, let me know. Just tweet me, or if chat's not working, tweet me. Any of these things are acceptable things to inform me of. Alright, so the Mana tribe lost, I guess, and has to vote someone away. I don't know what the fuck happened to Hitmonchan. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they have to play it, now's the time to do so. First vote to Catherine, then the motorcycle. Then the I think the motorcycle might have hit too many people. 3 votes for the motorcycle, 2 to Catherine, and 5 to 2. The motorcycle has been voted off the island. You need to quit fucking running people down. My guy, welcome. Navi, just in time for me to mute my mic and blow my fucking nose. I crave only death. Hitmonchan got fucking abandoned, left for dead. I know, but like he's still in the game, isn't he? Even though he got exiled. That's how it works. Because he got the advantage of he like it's like what 3 advantages do you want or whatever, and he's like I want to be better at the challenges, and then they just never mention Hitmonchan again. If he doesn't show up again, he's going to Redemption Island. He got screwed. Blow that load, my dude. I'm gonna pull a DSP. Alright, who gives a shit who voted for who? Alright, the motorcycle is fucking gone. We all know why the motorcycle was voted off the island. Why is Hitmonchan on the Mana tribe now? What? It was a temporary exile. Maid-sama is very forgiving of him. He was like, come on, guys. Let's just let Hitmonchan back over. And Ronda Rousey agreed. Box Ghost doesn't give a shit. They're planning to fucking kill Maid-sama is what's going on over here. He still has the idol, so at least he didn't lose that. Alright, everything's going fine. Nothing really with the alliances has changed up. The tribes would begin by unspooling ribbons from a pool to release a key. Once they have the key, they would build a ladder. One person would climb to the top of the ladder and use that key to release a bag of balls. They would then make their way through a net sling to the finish, where they would attempt to land those balls in a series of targets by stomping to release them. I can't fucking read. First team to get 1 ball in each of the 5 targets wins. Tin pizza. What the fuck? Oh shit, they did! I didn't even see that. The Mana tribe wins 10 pizzas and cold soda. Not like... Yeah, 1 cold soda. Chat's on it too. If they didn't get like multiple soda, they get 1 cold soda to go with their... This is gonna start... Someone's gonna get voted off because they can't share the 1 soda. Oh, maybe not because they just want immunity. 4 tribe members are pulled across the water in a boat. 1 tribe member must dive down and retrieve buoys with letters on them from a net. After all the buoys are untied, they must use them to spell out the word metamorphosis. The first tribe to do... What a fucking weird word to have to spell. I assume Box Ghost just levitated through the water. Anyway, Maid-sama and Martin Freeman have a minor disagreement. You can't. They're gonna get her probably a mini Coke. That's what I was thinking. It's just like a can of Coke. Alright, alliance down here at the bottom is formed between Hitmonchan, Catherine, Martin Freeman, and Ronda Rousey. An intimidating alliance, to say the least. Oh shit, wait, the Morgan Freeman and Catherine alliance dissolved. I didn't even see that. All this shit over here. Chip Skylark and Literal Glass have a minor disagreement. Germany has a major meltdown, which leads to a major fight with Envy down at the bottom. Good lord, Germany, please. Don't do it again. If anyone liked playing, Chip Skylark is gonna use his Naku tribe immunity idol to protect himself as he gets 2 votes right off the bat. 3 votes right off the bat. Oh, 2 votes for Netflix's Bandersnatch, but then 2 votes for Germany. And the final vote is 0 to Chip Skylark, 2 for Germany, and 2 for Netflix's Bandersnatch, which means Thanos Rock is coming out once again. And Thanos Rock has spoken. Dunks is chewing on... Can you not get to your treat? I'm sorry. Here you go. Here you go. Thanos Rock has decided that Red is voted off the island. Despite doing literally nothing this entire game. Thanos Rock decides who doesn't deserve to be here. You know, you might be able to hide from the other competitors, but you can't hide from Thanos Rock. Big thirst. Alright, anyway, here's what everyone voted for. Who gives a shit? Alrighty, our tribes are evened out here, except not really. Naku's still 1 behind, but isn't that the equivalent of even? Oh, well, okay. It's time for the merge into the Maku Maku tribe. Red did more than Isabel. Yeah, well, Isabel wasn't on the chopping block, now was she? She better hope Thanos Rock never comes for her. Alright, we're in 1 tribe now. I think this is where Maid-sama falls. The Maku Maku tribe hidden immunity idol is not currently hidden. That's fucking a weird thing to say. Box Ghost has a tribe idol. Hitmonchan has a tribe idol. Envy has a legacy advantage. Still no idea what that means. It's the only thing keeping Envy relevant, really. Got these 3 alliances and the one I mentioned earlier down at the bottom. The castaways would each stand on a small wooden perch in a rectangular frame. They would brace a wooden block on their head and keep it in place using the wooden board above them. The structure would force the contestants to stand on their toes slightly, increasing the difficulty. The last person left with their wooden block intact wins immunity. Which Ronda Rousey does, you know, of course. Those toned muscles coming into her advantage here. Everything's still good. Literal Glass and Morgan Freeman find something in common. Germany has left the alliance of Isabel, Envy, and Literal Glass. Okay, wait, this one's important. Chip Skylark, shockingly, quits the game. Chip Skylark just forfeits. He just doesn't want to be anymore. He can't take his. There's no toothbrushes here on Survivor, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it without his shiny teeth. And Chip Skylark has quit. And that, of course, is going to lead to the Tribal Council being canceled. Well, you know what? If you can't take the heat, get off the island. See you later, Chip. Here's the rest of the tribe. Everything's still going on here. All these alliances still existing. Well, Chip, no Redemption Island for you. Yeah, he just gave up. He doesn't need a Redemption Island. 2 tribe members would swim out and untie a net with fish puzzle pieces. After taking the net back to the shore, 2 other tribe members would untie the puzzle pieces from the net and hang them on hooks. They would then carry the log with the hooks to a puzzle station, where the last 2 tribe members would use the puzzle pieces to complete a puzzle. Group number 1 consists of 6 castaways, group number 2 consists of 6, and group number 2 wins it. They win a trip to Marshall's Lounge with a feast of burgers. Was it Treasure Planet or Treasure Island last time? Maid Sama got saved another day. She sure did, as the castaways must hang onto a pole as long as they can. The last person left hanging without touching the ground wins, and Maid Sama pretends it's a broom and never lets go. Maid Sama cannot be voted off for another week. Continues to choke. Catherine and Morgan Freeman bond slightly, but Catherine leaves the alliance of Hitmonchan, Martin Freeman, and Ronda Rousey. A very fickle Catherine here. Hitmonchan and Box Ghost have the immunity islands. If anyone wants to play it, they can, but they choose not to, as Literal Glass gets 1 vote, then 1 vote for Envy, then 1 for Catherine, then a second for Glass, then a second for Catherine, a third for Catherine, a second for Envy, a third for Envy, and a third for Glass, leading to a 4th to Glass, and a 4th for Catherine, and the final vote with a 5th to Catherine. 5, 4, 3, Catherine. The tribe has spoken. She was just too fickle. You fucker, I was about to make the broom joke. That's the advantage of being in the future. The tribe has spoken. Made someone want to get rid of that glass. She wants the glass gone. It needs to be a clean island. I'm going to blow my nose real quick again. I apologize. Alrighty then. Proceeding on. All this stuff is here. So we got 2 people with immunity islands. Hitmonchan and Box Ghost are probably going all the way if they can manage to save themselves a couple of times. The castaways are divided into 2 teams of 5. 1 at a time, each castaway will cross an obstacle course. Once all 5 members have completed the course, they will dive into the water for a grappling hook, which they will use to secure 5 rings. The first team to grab the rings wins a reward. Bandersnatch does not participate and cannot win the reward. It sucks to be him. Anyway, group number 2 wins the reward again. They win a picnic at the Yasawa Islands. I thought it said panic. No one finds the secret advantage. Apparently that was hidden somewhere. Got a hunch. The contestants must stack blocks in a tower on an unstable table. They had to pull on a rope to keep the table balanced while retrieving their blocks. The first contestant to stack their blocks to spell immunity wins immunity. And Martin Freeman was able to pull through. This could spell bad news for Maid Sama. Some events. Literal Glass is impressing the rest of the team. And Isabel has a major meltdown, her first thing. And it's probably going to be real bad for her. This may not be good for Maid Sama. I mean, Isabel having a meltdown could save Maid Sama. Isabel drawing a lot of unwanted attention to herself here. Hitmonchan and Box Ghost both have idols but choose not to play it. 1 vote for Literal Glass, 1 for Envy. You know, they tried to get rid of them along with Catherine. I think now is one of their times. 2 for glass, 2 for envy, 3 for glass, 3 for envy, 1 vote for Maid Sama, 2 for Maid Sama, 3 for Maid Sama, and out of nowhere, another vote for Maid Sama. Final count of 5-3-3. Maid Sama has been voted off out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. A conscious effort to get rid of Maid Sama. Hitmonchan went after her, as did Isabelle in the glass, and of course, Martin Freeman. Morgan Freeman didn't go after her this time. Who voted her off? Envy, of course, jealous of her good looks. Hitmonchan, I don't really know what his game plan is. Isabelle, I think, was just trying to... She knew she could have been on the chopping block otherwise. The glass, obviously, they hate each other. Martin Freeman, we already know about this, and that's it, really. But Maid Sama is gone. If I may get another drink real quick. Life is never-ending pain. 10 lads left. One person from each team will race through a series of obstacles to a chair. The rest of the team will then lift the chair, allowing that person to retrieve 10 numbered bags. Once he has collected the 10 bags, the next person will go, retrieving the next 10 bags, and so on. Once all 30 bags have been collected, the team must use the 30-letter tiles to solve a word puzzle. The first team to complete this wins. Here's your 5 castaways for Team 1. Here's your 5 castaways for Team 2. And Group 2 wins the reward. They win a trip to a luxury resort with a meal and an overnight stay. And still no one has found this secret advantage. Rumored in the sacred text, the contestants must stack wooden blocks using a platform while avoiding tripping hazards. Once all of their blocks are stacked, the contestants must knock them over like dominoes. The first contestant to topple all of their blocks, such that the final block hits a pin at the end, wins immunity. And Isabelle, a master of carrying stacks of paper, wins this challenge easily. Hitmonchan and Ronda Rousey bond slightly. Germany and Ronda Rousey have a minor disagreement, and Hitmonchan is impressing the rest of the team. Which actually could be bad. I'm at work. Sorry if I'm MIA. Hey, you're good. Don't worry about it. Listen, 1.1 people is more people than are normally here. Alright. If anyone has a hidden immunity island they'd like to play at the time to do so, and it looks like that bonding paid off for Ronda Rousey as Hitmonchan has used his immunity idol on Ronda Rousey. Let's see if it matters. 1 to Martin Freeman. 1 to Morgan Freeman. 2 for Martin and Morgan Freeman. 3 for Martin Freeman. 1 for Box Ghost. 2 for Box Ghost. 3 for and again, swooping in at the end, Box Ghost. A vote of 5-3-2. Box Ghost has been voted off the island out of nowhere yet again. Looks like Hitmonchan kind of wasted it on Ronda Rousey, but you know what? He didn't want his friend to leave. I think he should have saved it. We're very close to the finale here coming up. Only 2 episodes until said finale. Oh shit, and Box Ghost had the other idol, so both idols are gone now. Meanwhile, Envy has the legacy advantage. No idea what that means at all. That you fucking get Box Ghost. He's a real dick in the afterlife, I tell you firsthand. The castaways will each be attached to a rope that is woven through a series of obstacles. The first one to reach the end wins. Here's Group 1, here's Group 2, and here's Group 3. Group 2 winning yet again. And they decide to share the reward with Morgan Freeman and Hitmonchan at the bottom. And they win American barbecue with their loved ones. I don't know who Hitmonchan's taken. Maybe Ronda Rousey. The castaways must balance on a small perch while holding a buoy with 2 handles. The last person holding their buoy and still on the perch wins immunity. And maybe giving Morgan Freeman that barbecue was a bad idea, as he wins immunity in this game. Literal Glass and Morgan Freeman bond slightly. Literal Glass impressing the rest of the team. And Hitmonchan has a major meltdown. He's freaking out. He just threw away that idol and he could get rid of it all. You think Martin's gone. Actually, I think we're going back to the classic. 1 for Glass, 1 for Envy, 2 for Glass and Envy, 3 for Glass, 1 for Isabel, 2 for Isabel, 3 for Isabel, and swooping in 4-3-2, Isabel has been voted off the island out of nowhere. It's always like the same people voting at the start, and then it's like everyone else has like a team effort to get rid of someone. Your final 8 here. Oh, Martin has found the Maku Maku hidden idol. This could carry him to the finale. Meanwhile, we still have all our alliances here, but also at the bottom, Hitmonchan, Martin and Freeman, and Ronda Rousey. Oh, that's why Envy and Literal Glass are always on the chopping block. Everyone must know they have an alliance, and they're trying to get rid of them. Anyway, the castaways would use one hand to hold onto a rope to steady a balancing board. With the other hand, they would build a house of cards with wooden tiles on one end of the balancing board. The first castaway to build a tall enough house of cards to reach the finish mark would win. And Morgan Freeman, that barbecue still fueling him. Bandersnatch is playing a real low-key game. He sure is. Morgan Freeman, fueled by the barbecue still, wins immunity for the second week in a row. Hitmonchan and Netflix's Bandersnatch bond strongly. Hitmonchan trying to make amends with people, trying to stay in this. Martin Freeman chooses not to play his idol as the first vote goes to Germany, and then a vote for Hitmonchan. Then 2 for Hitmonchan. Things aren't looking good. He's panicking. 2 for Germany. 3 for Germany. 4 for Germany. And luckily for Hitmonchan, with a vote of 6-2, Germany has been voted off the island. Morgan Freeman, the only person other than Germany to vote for Hitmonchan. The Freeman brothers from another mother live for another day. You are indeed correct. Not even in an alliance anymore. Everything's still going fine. Still have our basic alliances here. The castaways start on a tall perch where they have to gather water with a bucket and a long rope. Then the water must be poured into a chute, which causes a pull with a key to the top to rise. Once the castaway is able to reach the key, they must head over to the shore and work on a block puzzle. The first person to complete the puzzle wins. Hitmonchan has won an immunity. He's going to make it to the finale for sure. But what else could happen? I would assume Martin Freeman's make it to the finale for sure. Morgan Freeman having a major meltdown. He realized he doesn't have barbecue anymore. Envy and Martin Freeman have a major fight. Meanwhile, Hitmonchan and Morgan Freeman bond strongly. Hitmonchan trying to build as many friends as he can. Martin Freeman has the idol, and he's going to play it. He knows this is his last chance to do it, and it's smart, as the first 2 votes are for him, and they do not count. Then we've got a vote for Envy, and a vote for Morgan Freeman, a second vote for Morgan Freeman, and a third for Morgan Freeman. I think it would have been a... Nope, Morgan Freeman would have been voted off no matter what. 4 votes to Morgan Freeman, 2 to Martin Freeman, and 1 for Envy. So Morgan Freeman, his number was up no matter what. They knew he was winning too many immunity challenge. Uh-oh, the Freeman may be the end. Morgan Freeman is gone. And we see the betrayal right here. Look at this concerted effort to take Martin Freeman out by that team. The final 6 here in the finale. These alliances still strong, as is Hitmonchan, Martin Freeman, and Ronda Rousey. I gotta be honest with you, one of these 2 I gotta assume is going next. I think the alliance at the bottom is too strong. And this is an extremely low-key game. It's a secret alliance. Ronda Rousey has 1 immunity and shares the reward with Hitmonchan and Netflix's Bandersnatch, really screwing Martin Freeman over here, revealing her secret teammate in Bandersnatch. They win chicken parmesan, spaghetti with meatballs, garlic bread, and key lime pie at camp. A nice little Italian dinner. Said it before, Bandersnatch is a big dark horse. Yep, could make it. Envy has the legacy advantage. I still don't know what that means. Hitmonchan and the Bandersnatch find something common. Hitmonchan, he's trying to get strong with everyone. He's trying to make friends here at the end so that when it comes down to the tribe vote, as I assume it usually does, he can stay in it long enough to get to the finale, and the tribes will keep him in as the winner. If anyone has an idol, Envy uses the legacy advantage. Any votes... Okay, so it was just an idol that he got to start with for some reason. I don't really know why. But Envy going to protect himself. Very bold move of Envy not to use it before now, considering that's what it does. Either way, 1 for Glass, 1 for Martin Freeman, 2 for Martin Freeman, 2 for Glass, 3 for Glass, and 4-2, literal Glass has been voted off the island. They're trying to get rid of Martin Freeman, and I think with Glass gone, Envy's got to be the next to go. Envy assumed he'd be up on the chopping block, but it was a conscious effort. I keep wanting to say concerted effort, which maybe also works, but maybe not. Oh, there is still an idol hidden. Someone could find it and guarantee themselves at the end. Bandersnatch has 1 immunity with Spoonman. No idea what that is. Either way, Hitmonchan has found the idol. Hitmonchan is going to the finale. Bandersnatch and Ronda Rousey have a small fight. Meanwhile, Martin Freeman and Ronda Rousey have a minor disagreement. That's it. Ronda Rousey's gone. And Hitmonchan is going to use the idol. But 1 vote for Envy, 1 to Martin Freeman. Hold up, maybe Ronda Rousey's not gone. 2 for Envy, 3 for Envy, and 4-1. Envy has been voted off. These 4 right here, they have been a strong pack since the beginning. They have formed their clique, and they are sticking to it. And Martin Freeman is... not Martin Freeman, and Envy is gone. Glass was a wild card. Have to get rid of him. The final 4... This tight-knit group has carried each other hand in hand. You know, we keep saying everyone wants Martin Freeman gone, but I think really there was just like a small group that wanted gone, and they've been whittled away by this strong faction here that has made it to the finale. Great teamwork here. But now it's time to see them turn against each other. Oh, fuck. Okay, so what just happened there was my internet randomly went out. No reason, completely unrelated to the previous problem. There's just 2 unrelated problems during the same fucking Brantsteele game. Not even the same, not even just the same stream, the same whole fucking game. So basically I'm furious because when I started this, I had exactly enough time to do this shit and then like go to the store and get some fucking NyQuil so I wouldn't die. But that's clearly not the case anymore. I'm not allowed to do that, as we all know. That ain't fucking happen. Either way, hey, at least we didn't lose our progress. So, you know, here's your 2 alliances that exist. Ronda Rousey playing the field. And in the final fortitude, Ronda Rousey wins immunity. Make sure chat is working just fine. Yeah, everything seems good and dandy. So let's proceed. Someone's getting voted off. Hitmonchan and Ronda Rousey have a major fight. Oh no. Meanwhile, Bandersnatch and Ronda Rousey bond strongly. Hello, Frosty Vamps. Things are going to turn around quick for Hitmonchan. He's about to get absolutely overthrown by the rest of the crew. And the votes having... Never mind. 1 for Bandersnatch. 1 for Martin. 1 for Bandersnatch. 1 for Martin. The 4th and final tie. So it's a tie. Those tied will compete in a tiebreaker challenge. The loser will be eliminated. No Thanos Rock. So Martin Freeman and Bandersnatch have to fight for their right to live. And Martin Freeman lost. It says it at the bottom, but Bandersnatch won the challenge. Martin Freeman is gone from the island. I'm amazed. Ronda Rousey, she worked with Bandersnatch to take out Martin Freeman. Meanwhile, Hitmonchan and Martin Freeman thought they were still in alliance with Rousey. Ronda Rousey has backstabbed Martin Freeman and also got into a fight with Hitmonchan. But now it's time for the final tribal council. The finalists face these 10 jurors. And honestly, these are some of the most fitting jurors. Who the fuck voted for Bandersnatch? Hitmonchan, you idiot. This is honestly a very fitting set of jurors, right? We got Maid Sama, of course. The entire country of Germany. Isabel, who did basically nothing. Envy and Glass, the ultimate team. The Freeman brothers. Catherine, who made it quite a while until she was too finicky. Box Ghost is Box Ghost. And the dude who dropped out. These are the jurors. These who decide your winners. These are the people that are going to decide your winner. The finalists wait for the winner to be revealed. You can do it, man. Chat, rooting for Bandersnatch. The time to reveal the winner. The first vote goes to Hitmonchan. Then a vote to Bandersnatch. Then a vote for Ronda Rousey. Remember, it's 10 votes. The 4th vote goes to Bandersnatch. The 5th vote goes to Bandersnatch. 6th vote to Hitmonchan. 7th vote to Ronda Rousey. 8th vote to Hitmonchan. 9th vote to Bandersnatch. And the 10th vote goes to Hitmonchan. There is a tie. The 3rd place castaway will cast the deciding vote, and Ronda Rousey has voted Netflix's Bandersnatch. Before the tiebreaker, the vote count was 4-4. And Ronda Rousey has decided that Bandersnatch will be the winner. Congratulations, Netflix's Bandersnatch. You are the winner. Holy shit. Here we can see who voted for who. You know, just take a little peek right around here. More at the bottom, it was Morgan Freeman voting for Ronda Rousey. Hitmonchan sowed his own fate at the end. He really did. He got into that huge fight with Ronda Rousey. This, like, alliance of Bandersnatch and Ronda Rousey, it was the true strong with Morgan Freeman wins the Fan Favorite Award. Okay. So here's where I'm torn, right? So Bandersnatch wins. I feel like Maid Sama, he's proven a low-key game can win. I have no problem with Bandersnatch winning. But I feel like Hitmonchan and Maid Sama both deserve Redemption Island. But I think we literally only have 3 slots left for Redemption Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I think is it 16 for Redemption Island? Or 18? We should figure that out real quick. This is gonna look fucked for a minute. Where's Redemption Island at? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 18. Okay, so we have 5 spots. Kind of want Maid Sama, then Hitmonchan. Well, we have 5 spots, so do you think they both should go? Because we have 5 more slots to go to Redemption Island. So we could use 2 of them now, while I blow my nose real quick. Hitmonchan fucking screwed himself by fighting with Ronda. Alright, if we're gonna play that card. Fucking Pumbaa lost because he made too many enemies by backstabbing people. The can of Dr. Pepper got killed by Tony Hawk. Kimmy was killed in her sleep. I don't even know if Spagoot did anything. If Red Koopa Kid, if we're gonna sit here and play the game of like who actually deserves it, I think Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan technically won with Bandersnatch, but because he had 1 fight, he lost. Meanwhile, Elias makes it to Redemption Island extremely early, but makes it super far, only to lose a 1 random game near the end. So if you think Elias, if he didn't fight with Ronda at the end, it would be yes, but he did, so no. Well, if Elias wouldn't have lost 2 fucking challenges, he wouldn't have won, so maybe Elias doesn't deserve to be on here. This is the argument you're making right now. They're both going on here. They both deserve it. Let me make sure, actually, that it's 5 open slots. Because if it's only 3 open slots, I'm not going to put both on here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So we now, after adding those 2, have 3 open slots for Redemption Island. So now we're gonna transition over to the Total Drama Island Simulator. This is gonna be the one that's probably gonna take the longest out of all the ones we do here. But maybe I'm wrong and I actually know how it goes. Oh, this is actually like a pretty good viewing of the cast. So we can go ahead and enter in our little thing here that I used to save. And here you go, your cast for Total Drama Island, representing the Screaming Gophers, 8-Bit Mega Man, Benedict Cumberbatch, Occult, Cupid, Fishbait, Guy with a Turtle on his head, Kenny Omega, A Mongolian Warriors, Paper Peach, 3 Musketeers, and TV Static, representing the Killer Bass, the Black Knight, Greed, Hank Hill, a harmonica, Internet Explorer, Pinhead, Piston Hondo, Power Rangers, Saitama, Season 1 of Smallville, and waifus. There are a lot of people on this team. He can lose to Elias on the island. That's fair. There's also a lot of people actually over here, too, because we have an entire cult, Mongolian warriors. So it's basically 2 armies facing off here. So we're going to proceed. As you can tell, oh, you can't see it on the side, actually. There's like 25 episodes to this. Now, how long are those episodes? I have no idea. So here we can see the relationships of the Screaming Gophers. I'm going to skim through them real quick. They're not super important. Anything like strong? Nah. I'm not going to worry about the slide or the small bonds. I'm only going to worry about like strong or extreme. I will tell you the one with these 2 down here since you can't read them. Fishbait feels a slight bond towards Benedict Cumberbatch, and the 3 Musketeers and Kenny Omega feel a mutual slight bond toward one another. Season 1 of Smallville has over 100 people. I forgot about that, actually. I was kind of thinking of like Clark Kent. I wasn't even thinking of the entire cast, but that is what it would be. Take a good look at all of these real quick. I think it's just faster to go through this unless there's something like important that pops out. Season 1 of Smallville and Piston Hondo feel mutual slight dislike, and Season 1 of Smallville feels a slight bond toward Pinhead. They're both works of fiction based on true events. What the fuck is this? The challenge is done in 3 parts. In part 1, campers must jump off a 1,000-foot-high cliff into the water, which is infested with psychotic man-eating sharks. In the dangerous water is a small safe zone for campers to jump into. Campers who do not jump must wear a chicken hat for the remainder of the day. The team with more jumpers receives 4 wagons to help them with the next part of the challenge. In part 2, teams must take 4 crates back to camp and open them with their teeth. In part 3, teams must take the supplies from their crates and build a hot tub. The team with the better hot tub, as decided by Chris McLean, the host, or Chris McLean, I think is how it was, wins invincibility and gets to keep their hot tub. 1 camper on the Screaming Gophers doesn't jump and must wear a chicken hat. I guess it's like it's confidential. It's not gonna let us know. 2 campers on Killer Bass don't jump. That's gonna be Internet Explorer and the waifus. Screaming Gophers get the wagons, and Chris deems the Screaming Gophers hot tub better, so the Screaming Gophers win. The Mongolian Warriors impressing the rest of the team. We have this alliance right here that's formed, and we also have the second alliance of literally basically everyone else on the Screaming Gophers. And then with the killer, apparently there's targets. Internet Explorer, oh, these are events, I'm sorry. Internet Explorer and Pinhead have a major fight. Pinhead is targeting Internet Explorer because he considers Internet Explorer somewhat weak. It's fucking entirely true. Saitama is targeting waifus. Saitama has a slightly negative opinion about waifus and considers them a little weak. Greed is targeting Hank Hill. Greed considers Hank Hill somewhat weak. Power Rangers is targeting Black Knight. Power Rangers consider Black Knight somewhat weak. Black Knight's targeting the Power Rangers because he considers them somewhat weak. And Season 1 of Smallville is targeting Piston Hondo. He considers them to be somewhat weak. This is the campfire ceremony. I have 10 marshmallows. If I call your name, you are safe and can get your marshmallow. If you do not receive a marshmallow, you must immediately return to the dock of shame to catch the boat of losers and leave. That means you're out of the contest and you can't come back ever. The first marshmallow goes to Season 1 of Smallville. The second marshmallow goes to Saitama. The third marshmallow goes to the Power Rangers. The fourth marshmallow goes to Piston Hondo. The fifth marshmallow goes to Pinhead. I think, by the way, I don't think Chris McLean chose. I think it is based off votes, which is what the point of the targets is. The sixth marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. The seventh marshmallow goes to Greed. Black Knight, Harmonica, Internet Explorer, and waifus have not yet received a marshmallow. Oh shit, Greed's attacking Commie Hank Hill. Don't fall for the trick of capitalism. I didn't even realize that. The 8th marshmallow goes to Harmonica. The 9th marshmallow goes to the Black Knight. And the 10th and final marshmallow goes to waifus. Internet Explorer must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. We can see here how everyone voted. Oh, okay, you're voting for who you want gone is what's happening. At the bottom, scroll through these slower. At the bottom, waifus voted for Internet Explorer. No one wants Internet Explorer, alright? It's shit. It's gone. Out of here. Get a good look here. So, you know, Look at these alliances. You got them here. Look at these relationships. Again, only going to read the ones you can't see and anything that seems particularly important. Guy with a turtle on his head feels medium dislike towards Benedict Cumberbatch. Kenny Omega and Benedict Cumberbatch feel mutual medium dislike toward one another. The waifus are safe for now. No alliances on Killer Bass. Going through these real quick. Piston Hondo feels a slight bond toward Black Knight, and waifus and Power Rangers feel a mutual slight bond toward one another. Is this cut off? It might, like, slightly be, but it's not that big a deal. The Awake-a-thon. This challenge is done in 3 parts. In Part 1, the campers must run 20 kilometers around a lake. In Part 2, all campers who finish the run by dinner time will be treated to a feast. In a surprise turn of events, it is revealed that for the 3rd part of the challenge, the last team to have at least 1 camper awake will win invincibility. If both teams have campers awake after 24 hours, they will be read fairy tales while a man, dressed as a pink sheep, plays the harp. If both teams still have campers awake after 85 hours, the eliminated campers are sent away, while the remaining campers are read the history of Canada, a pop-up book. 9 campers complete Part 1 and are treated to the Part 2 feast. Part 3 begins. Saitama falls asleep. Waifus fall asleep. Paper Peach falls asleep. The Black Knight falls asleep. Season 1 of Smallville falls asleep. Power Rangers fall asleep. Hank Hill falls asleep. Harmonica falls asleep. Killer Bass down to 3. The Colts fall asleep. That's like, they still have 9 people left over on the Screaming Gophers. Guy with a turtle on his head falls asleep. The Mongolian Warriors fall asleep. Piston Hondo falls asleep. Cupid falls asleep. Pinhead falls asleep. Only 1 person left on Killer Bass. 8-Bit Mega Man falls asleep. Benedict Cumberbatch falls asleep. And Greed, the last member of Killer Bass, falls asleep. The Screaming Gophers win immunity. I believe once again, Benedict Cumberbatch and the 3 Musketeers bond strongly. 8-Bit Mega Man and the Fishbait find something in common. Cupid has left Alliance number 2. And Alliance number 3 has formed, as well as Alliance number 4 at the bottom. 8-Bit Mega Man, Benedict Cumberbatch, and the 3 Musketeers. I am still live. I'm very paranoid now. Meanwhile, in the Killer Base, Greed is impressing the rest of the team. Harmonica and the waifus bond slightly. Greed and Saitama have a major fight. Uh-oh. Greed's targeting the waifus because Greed does not like waifus. Saitama's targeting the Black Knight because he finds him weak. And Pinhead is targeting Greed because Pinhead extremely despises Greed. This makes sense. Greed is a sin. Pinhead punishes sinners. This is the campfire ceremony. I have 9 marshmallows. The first marshmallow goes to Saitama. The second marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. The third goes to Piston Hondo. The fourth to Pinhead. The fifth to the Harmonica. The 6th to Season 1 of Smallville. Black Knight, Greed, Power Rangers, and waifus have not yet received a marshmallow. That does not make sense to go after the weaker people. The 7th marshmallow goes to the Power Rangers. The 8th marshmallow goes to the Black Knight. And the 9th and final marshmallow goes to waifus. Greed must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. Waifus on the chopping block hold on to the very end yet again. For what it's worth, Saitama did vote for the Black Knight. Season 1 of Smallville, Hank Hill and Greed are who voted for waifus. Waifus voted for Greed here at the bottom. Killer Bass down there. I gotta blow my nose again. I apologize. It's absolutely horrible. I hate everything. I live. Alright, let's continue. Waifus 2 times in a row get the last marshmallow. That is indeed correct. Here's your quick view of the alliances. Here's your quick view. Kenny Omega and Benedict Cumberbatch feel mutual strong dislike, as do 8-Bit Mega Man and the Mongolian Warriors. I feel like we don't really hear anything from the Screaming Gophers often. 3 Musketeers and Paper Peach feel mutual medium dislike, and Benedict Cumberbatch feels medium dislike toward Guy with a turtle on his head. What? I live, then cough, then silence. Yeah. Alright, take a little look at here. Pinhead and Harmonica feel a mutual small bond, and Harmonica and Hank Hill feel a mutual slight bond. In a classic schoolyard game, teams compete in a game of dodgeball. If a camper is hit, they are out, but if they catch the ball, the thrower is out, and the catcher gets to bring a team member onto the court. Campers can hold one ball to deflect another, but if their ball is knocked out of their hands, they're out. Each round, 5 campers from each team will compete, but anyone can be called onto the court when a ball is caught. In each round, the last team to have at least one camper left will win the round. The first team to win 3 rounds wins invincibility. 5 campers from the Screaming Gophers versus 5 campers from the Killer Bass. Killer Bass win this one. That's good. It makes sense. They have a huge team of people here. Round 2, here's the Screaming Gophers. Screaming Gophers. Here's Killer Bass using Piston Hawk. Actually using most of their team again. They replaced the Power Rangers with the Harmonica. That's really it. The Screaming Gophers have won. Their team's too tired. Game 3, we see Screaming Gophers here in the Killer Base. They've swapped out Black Knight for Hank Hill and Pinhead for waifus. They're really making Season 1 of Smallville work for this. The Killer Bass win, though. They're standing strong. In game number 4, the Screaming Gophers are able to even it out 2-2. And in the final game, Killer Bass managed to win. And finally, they have invincibility. Cupid is impressing the rest of the team. 8-Bit Mega Man and Paper Peach have a major fight. TV Static has left Alliance number 2. And Alliance number 5 has formed of Cupid, Mongolian Warriors, Paper Peach, and TV Static. Meanwhile, Cupid is targeting the Colt because Cupid strongly dislikes the Colt. The Mongolian Warriors are targeting the guy with a turtle on his head because they strongly dislike him. Paper Peach targeting 8-Bit Mega Man because she does not like him. Kenny Omega is targeting Benedict Cumberbatch because Kenny Omega extremely despises Benedict Cumberbatch. 8-Bit Mega Man targeting the Mongolian Warriors. He strongly dislikes them. And the 3 Musketeers are targeting Cupid because they strongly dislike Cupid. Dude, Smallville was MVP in the whole game. Yeah, it was like 1,000 dudes. You know how hard it is to knock 1,000 dudes out of a game of dodgeball? I'm surprised they ever lost a round. That's the real impressive thing. Piston Hondo and the Power Rangers bond strongly. That's amazing. Black Knight and Harmonica have a small fight. Alright, 10 marshmallows. The first to TV Static. The second to the 3 Musketeers. The third to Kenny Omega. The 4th to Paper Peach. The 5th to the Colt. The 6th to Benedict Cumberbatch. The 7th to 8-Bit Mega Man. Here are your 4 that don't have one. Cupid, Fishbait, Guy with a Turtle on his head, and the Mongolian Warriors. The 8th goes to Fishbait. The 9th goes to Guy with a Turtle on his head. And the 10th and final marshmallow goes to Cupid. The Mongolian Warriors must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. You can see all these votes here. At the bottom, TV Static voted for Mongolian Warriors. Killer Bash trying to even things out. There's your little peek at the alliances. Benedict Cumberbatch and Kenny Omega feel mutual extreme hatred. 3 Musketeers and Cumberbatch, mutual strong bond. 8-Bit Mega Man, strong dislike of Cupid. Mutual strong bond between the Musketeers and Turtlehead. Alright. Cop cars going off. Kenny Omega feels medium dislike towards TV Static. And Guy with a turtle on his head and Cumberbatch feel mutual medium dislike. Meanwhile, on the Killer Bass side, Saitama and Pinhead feel mutual strong dislike. Power Rangers and the Knight feel mutual medium dislike. Alright. Harmonica feels a small bond with Hank Hill. And Season 1 of Smallville and Piston Hondo feel mutual medium dislike. Teams are given 8 hours to select 3 campers with the best acts on their team to represent them in an upcoming talent contest. The team with the best overall rating, as decided by Chef Hatchet, wins invincibility. The Screaming Gophers select the Colt, Cupid, and Fishbait. Very good talents, I gotta admit. And the Killer Bass chooses Hank Hill, Pinhead, and Piston Hondo. Piston Hondo's got some talent. I guess so does Pinhead. But I think Hank Hill really dragged them down, as you can see, by the Screaming Gophers winning invincibility. Fishbait and Paper Peach bond slightly. Meanwhile, on Killer Bass, Hank Hill has a major meltdown, as does Pinhead, knowing that they both cost their team the game. Piston Hondo fears nothing. Black Knight is targeting the Power Rangers because he strongly dislikes him. Power Rangers targeting Black Knight because they strongly dislike him. Season 1 of Smallville is targeting waifus. Season 1 of Smallville has a slightly negative opinion about waifus and considers them a little weak. Waifus are targeting Hank Hill because they extremely despise Hank Hill. Saitama is targeting Pinhead. He extremely despises Pinhead. And Pinhead extremely despises Saitama down here at the bottom. 8 marshmallows to go. The first one, in a surprise turn of events, the first marshmallow goes to waifus. The second to Saitama, who's been first up till now. The third to Piston Hondo. The fourth to first season of Smallville. The fifth to Harmonica, Black Knight, Hank Hill, Pinhead, and the Power Rangers. All in trouble here. The sixth goes to Hank Hill. The seventh to the Black Knight. The eighth and final marshmallow goes to the Power Rangers. Pinhead must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers, Dunks. See how everyone voted here. Lot of votes. Actually, every vote was for either the Power Rangers or Pinhead. So that certainly tells you something. Big chonk. Quick view of the alliances here. Mutual extreme hatred. Mutual strong bond. Strong dislike. Mutual strong bond. Mutual strong bond. Strong dislike. Alright. Cupid and the Colt feel mutual medium dislike. Kenny Omega feels a medium dislike toward TV Static. Just realized Smallville's number can cover. Just realized Smallville's numbers can be overcome by waifus thousands. Smallville's cast versus thousands of waifus. Yep. It's two armies clashing, eh, Dunks? Isn't that right? Extreme waifus hate Hank Hill extremely. Piston Hongo, strong dislike, strong mutual dislike. Piston Hondo and Black Knight feel a mutual small bond, a little bit of respect. Piston Hondo and Harmonica feel mutual medium dislike. Teams must spend the night in a forest. All their essential needs are at a separate camp, which they must find using a map and compass. In the morning, the first team back for breakfast wins invincibility and junk food. Killer Bass make it back to the camp first, winning invincibility. Meanwhile, on the Screaming Gopher side, Benedict Cumberbatch and TV Static have a major fight. Benedict Cumberbatch and the Colt have a minor disagreement. And Benedict Cumberbatch and Kenny Omega bond slightly. I think this is bad for Benedict Cumberbatch. He's having too many fights. Guy with a turtle on his head strongly dislikes Benedict Cumberbatch. Three Musketeers have a slightly negative opinion about TV Static. Paper Peach considers 8-Bit Mega Man somewhat weak. Benedict Cumberbatch extremely despises Kenny Omega. And 8-Bit Mega Man extremely despises Cupid. Meanwhile, over here, the waifus have a major meltdown for some reason. 9 marshmallows. The first goes to Kenny Omega. The second goes to Mega Man. The third goes to TV Static. The fourth to Fishbait. The fifth to the Colt. The sixth to the Three Musketeers, leaving these 4 available. The seventh goes to Guy with a turtle on his head. The eighth to Paper Peach. And the ninth and final marshmallow goes to Cupid. Benedict Cumberbatch, unsurprisingly, must walk the dock of shame. Do you even care who voted for who? TV Static voted for Benedict Cumberbatch. Narrowing down the numbers some more here. Peek at those alliances. Strong bond. Honestly, unless it's extreme, I don't even care anymore. Guy with a turtle on his head and Fishbait feel mutual medium dislike. Colt feels a medium bond towards Peach. Uh-oh. The Colt's starting to form around Peach. This could be bad, Dunks. Or great for her, either one. Mutual extreme hatred. Mutual strong dislike. Waifus and Black Knight feel mutual medium dislike. Season 1 of Smallville and Piston Hondo feel mutual medium dislike. Campers must face their worst fears. Each camper who can successfully overcome their fear earns a point for their team. The team with the most points wins invincibility. Since Screaming Gophers have 9 members to 8, one camper on Killer Bass will compete twice. The challenge begins. Fishbait fails to overcome the fear of fish. Harmonica fails to overcome his fear of prison. Three Musketeers fail to overcome their fail to overcome their fear of splitting apart. Hank Hill overcomes his fear of being fired from Strickland and scores a point. The Colt fails to overcome I'm tired. I can't think of any more fears. The Black Knight fails. TV Static fails. The Power Rangers overcome their fear. Kenny Omega fails. Saitama overcomes his fear. Paper Peach fails. The Power Rangers fail. Weird, because they succeeded the first time. 8-Bit Mega Man overcomes his fear. And Season 1 of Smallville overcomes his fear. And it is a 4-1 victory for Killer Bass. Meanwhile, in the Screaming Gophers, 8-Bit Mega Man and the Three Musketeers have a minor disagreement, and Cupid and Fishbait have a small fight. TV Static's targeting at Kenny Omega because it extremely despises him. The Colt is targeting Cupid. It strongly dislikes it. Cupid strongly dislikes the Colt in turn. Kenny Omega considers 8-Bit Mega Man somewhat weak, and 8-Bit Mega Man considers Paper Peach somewhat weak. A lot of supposed weaklings around here. Harmonica and Piston Hondo bond strongly, and Black Knight and Saitama bond slightly. Alright, 8 marshmallows. The first to TV Static. The second to the Three Musketeers. The third to Guy with a Turtle on his head. The fourth to the Colt. The fifth to Kenny Omega. Here are your 4 remaining. The sixth to Cupid. The seventh to Fishbait. And the 8th and final marshmallow goes to Paper Peach. 8-Bit Mega Man must walk the dock of shame. I don't get why you go after the weak people, because they're annoying. Literally every vote was for Mega Man, except for Mega Man's own vote. They fucking hated Mega Man. Even teams now. Here are your alliances. Strong dislike here. Not much, I guess the only real despise was with Benedict Cumberbatch. Three Musketeers, Paper Peach, mutual medium dislike. Fishbait and the Colt have a mutual medium bond. And then, no alliances whatsoever on Killer Bass. Every man for himself. No wonder they lose so often. Extreme hatred still. Hank Hill and Black Knight feel mutual strong bond. Black Knight feels medium dislike towards Saitama. Canoe trip. Teams must paddle out to Boney Island using designated canoes. Once there, teams must portage their canoes across the center of the island to the other side. Once on the other side, teams must build a rescue fire, which will be judged. Then teams will canoe back home. The first team to bring their canoes back to the start will win invincibility. Killer Bass reach the island. Killer Bass reach the other side of the island. Screaming Gophers reach the island. Screaming Gophers reach the other side. Screaming Gophers successfully build a rescue fire, and the Screaming Gophers make it back. Killer Bass had the advantage, had that head start, but the Screaming Gophers were able to just outspeed them. Fishbait and Guy with a Turtle on his head have a minor disagreement, and this entire alliance of alliance number 2 dissolves. Meanwhile, Killer Bass, Piston Hondo, and the waifus find something in common. Piston Hondo and the Power Rangers bond strong. Hondo respects everyone, really, except for the harmonica. Hank Hill and Saitama bond slightly. Black Knight is targeting Saitama. He does not like Saitama. He considers him somewhat weak. Hank Hill extremely despises the waifus. Piston Hondo extremely despises Hank Hill. The waifus have been tempting Piston Hondo to go after Hank Hill. And the Power Rangers extremely despise the Black Knight. I think Hank Hill could be gone here. 7 marshmallows. The first goes to the harmonica. The second goes to Season 1 of Smallville. The third goes to the Black Knight. The fourth goes to Piston Hondo. These are the 3 that don't have one. The one who always gets first, normally. The one who usually gets last but survives. And Hank. Well, the 6th marshmallow goes to Saitama. And the 7th and final marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. Waifus must walk the dock of shame. Piston Hondo and the Power Rangers tried to help, but in the end, Hank Hill, the harmonica, Saitama, and the entire cast of Season 1 of Smallville was just too much for the waifus to overcome. That's one of Smallville's biggest threats gone right there. I would say the only other comparable threats would be Power Rangers and the Colt. But the Power Rangers barely... That's just on strength, not even in numbers. Here's these alliances that remain. Mutual extreme hatred between Guy with a Turtle on his head and Fishbait. Alrighty then. TV Static and Cupid have a mutual medium bond, and Three Musketeers and Paper Peach feel mutual medium dislike. Meanwhile, Piston Hondo feels mutual extreme hatred with Hank. He's so mad that Hank got rid of all the waifus. Piston Hondo's furious. Saitama feels extreme hatred toward Black Knight. Piston Hondo and Black Knight feel a mutual, unbreakable friendship towards one another. I think Piston Hondo could use that unbreakable friendship to get Hank out of here. But the Power Rangers and Black Knight feel a mutual strong dislike. I don't know, there's a lot of crazy things going on over here at the Killer Bass. Season 1 of Smallville and the Power Rangers have a mutual medium bond, and Season 1 of Smallville and Hank Hill have a mutual medium bond. Here's the thing about the cult, we don't exactly know how many members there are exactly. That's why they could potentially rival Smallville, but don't directly like the waifus did. Campers from each team are divided into two roles, hunters and deer. Hunters must shoot deer of the opposite team, while deer must evade opposing hunters. If a deer is shot by any hunter, they are eliminated. The last team with deer still alive wins invincibility. Screaming Gophers have 4 hunters, and the Screaming Gophers have 4 deer. These are some shitty deer. Look at all the hunters they actually have, though. Meanwhile, the Killer Bass only has 3 hunters, but really it's more like 1,003 hunters. And they're 4 deer. Guy with a turtle on his head shoots the Black Knight from Killer Bass. Saitama shoots Fish Bait from Screaming Gophers. Season 1 of Smallville shoot TV Static. 3 Musketeers shoot the Power Rangers. Hank Hill shoots Cupid, and the 3 Musketeers shoot Piston Hondo, and Saitama shoots Kenny Omega to end the game. Harmonica remains, allowing Killer Bass to get the victory. Cupid and the 3 Musketeers bond strongly. 3 Musketeers targeting Paper Peach because they do not like Paper Peach and consider her somewhat weak. Guy with a turtle on his head extremely despises Fish Bait. Paper Peach has a slightly negative opinion about the 3 Musketeers and considers them weak. Cupid extremely despises the cult. Fish Bait extremely despises Guy with a turtle on his head. Kenny Omega extremely despises TV Static. The cult extremely despises Cupid, and TV Static extremely despises Kenny Omega. This is a pretty, split amount of hatred here, to be honest with you. Hank Hill and the Power Rangers have a small fight. It has a lasting impact. I don't really know who's going down here. 7 marshmallows. The first goes to TV Static. The second goes to the cult. The third goes to Paper Peach. The fourth goes to Fish Bait. The fifth goes to Kenny Omega. Here are your final 3. The sixth goes to Guy with a turtle on his head. And the final marshmallow goes to Cupid. The 3 Musketeers must walk the dock of shame. As we move on, still pretty even, keeping it 1-1 here. Cupid playing both fields. Mutual extreme hatred. Kenny Omega and Guy with a turtle on his head feel a mutual unbreakable relationship. Meanwhile, they extremely dislike TV Static. Mutual medium bond between TV Static and Fish Bait, and TV Static and the cult have a mutual medium bond. They like to watch it while on their drugs. Mutual unbreakable relationship. Power Rangers have extreme hatred toward Hank Hill, as does Piston Hondo. Hank Hill extremely hates Piston Hondo. Mutual extreme hatred between the Power Rangers and Black Knight. Hank Hill feels a strong bond towards Harmonica. Smallville and Power Rangers have a mutual strong bond. I actually think if it goes to vote, Hank Hill's gone. I think the next time Killer Bass lose, Hank Hill's out of here. Fishbait's using the Bandersnatch approach and playing low-key. Yeah, but unlike the Bandersnatch, there are people that have Fishbait on their radar and hate them. Teams must create a 3-course meal to be judged by Chris McLean. Each team must also appoint a head chef who will create the theme of the meal and oversee their progress. The team with the best meal wins invincibility and a 5-star dinner, unlike Under the Stars. Screaming Gophers appoint Cupid as the head chef, and Killer Bass appoint Power Rangers. The Killer Bass win invincibility, saving Hank Hill yet again. The Colt and TV Static have a major fight, leading to Paper Peach leaving the alliance, and the secondary alliance of the Colt, Fishbait, Kenny Omega, and Paper Peach forms. TV Static is targeting Kenny Omega, extremely despises him. Cupid extremely despises the Colt. Fishbait extremely despises Turtlehead. Colt extremely despises Cupid. And Kenny Omega extremely despises TV Static. Meanwhile, on the Killer Bass side, Season 1 of Smallville is impressing the rest of the team. Hank Hill in Season 1 of Smallville have a small fight, and Hank Hill has a small fight with Black Knight as well. Things are not looking good for Hank Hill. I have to blow my nose again. I am sorry. Alrighty. On to the marshmallow ceremony. Only 6 marshmallows. The first to TV Static. the second to Fishbait, the third to Paper Peach, the fourth to Cupid. Here are the three without one. The fifth goes to the Colt, and the sixth and final marshmallow goes to Kenny Omega. I'm very sad that guy with a turtle on his head must walk the dock of shame. I don't know why Cupid and the Colt decided to go after him, or any of these others, to be honest with you. But my pick to win it is unfortunately gone. So let's see how the rest of these lads hold up. Mutual extreme hatred. You know, it's starting to lower a bit, I think. Cupid feels a small bond towards Omega, and Peach and Fishbait mutual small bond. Meanwhile, in Killer Bass, the continuous extreme hatred and occasional unbreakable friendship. Harmonica and Hank Hill have a mutual strong bond, and Season 1 of Smallville and Saitama feel mutual medium dislike. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, this fucking paragraph. There are 3 main challenges centered around trust. Each challenge must be completed by 2 members from each team. Instead of campers choosing their partners, they are divided by Chris McClane. For the first challenge, 2 campers from each team compete in an extreme, freehand rock climbing challenge where they must decide who will climb the mountain and who will harness the climber and hold their stack. On the base and side of the mountain are rusty nails, slippery oil rocks, mild explosives, and a water gun filled with habanero pepper sauce. The first camper to reach the top wins the challenge for their team. For the second challenge, 2 campers from each team compete in an extreme cooking challenge where they must decide who will cook and who will eat. The cooks must prepare fugu sashimi, a dish which can be lethally poisonous if it is not prepared properly, while the other 2 must taste their partner's dish. The camper that is poisoned the least wins the challenge for their team. The final challenge is broken down into 3 blind challenges. In the first blind challenge, 2 campers from each team compete in the blind William Tell, where they must decide who will stand and who will toss. The campers who stand will have an arrow placed on the top of their head as their partner tries to knock the arrow off with an apple while blindfolded. The first camper to unlock the arrow of their partner's head wins the challenge for their team. In the second blind challenge, 2 campers from each team compete in blind trapeze, where they must decide who will jump and who will swing. The jumpers must wait on a platform until their partner tells them to jump, at which point the swingers must catch their partner. The catcher who successfully catches their partner the fastest wins the challenge for their team. In the final blind challenge, 2 campers from each team compete in the blind toboggan race, where they must decide who will drive and who will navigate. The driver is blindfolded as they steer the toboggan, while the navigator shouts directions starting on top of a mountain riddled with mild explosives. The first pair to reach the base of the mountain wins the challenge for the team. Christ almighty. This sounds like very safe and fun trust-building exercises. Colt and TV Static compete. Saitama and Smallville win. Hank Hill and the Harmonica win. And Killer Bass wins invincibility, despite that only really being 2 games. I guess it was best 2 out of 3 or whatever. Colt is impressing the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega is also impressing the rest of the team. Cupid and the Colt, they extremely despise each other, of course. Same for Kenny Omega and Static, and that's really it. Meanwhile, in Killer Bass, Harmonica and Season 1 of Smallville have a minor disagreement. Hank Hill and Season 1 of Smallville find something in common. Finally, Hank Hill's starting to turn things around as him and Black Knight also find something in common. Hank Hill trying to save himself. He knows this invincibility can't last forever. 5 marshmallows for the Screaming Gophers. Really getting whittled down. The first marshmallow goes to the Colt. The second to TV Static. The third to Peach. The fourth to Fishbait. One of these 2 is going home. The 5th and final marshmallow goes to Kenny Omega. Cupid must walk the dock of shame. Almost entirely for Cupid here, except for TV Static. Really low number on the Screaming Gopher side. Basically just this alliance. Everyone but TV Static. Yeah, everyone but TV Static is in this alliance. How the fuck did the Colt get the first marshmallow? Dunks, please. No, that's the mic. Dunks is snooting the mic. I don't know if you heard that or not. He really wanted that mic. Extreme hatred. We already know all this. Kenny Omega and Colt feel mutual medium dislike, and TV Static and Colt feel mutual slight dislike. Still got that unbreakable relationship. Season 1 of Smallville and Saitama feel a mutual strong dislike. Hank Hill and the Black Knight feel a mutual strong bond. Teams are forced into a boot camp ran by Chef Hatchet, who is asked to be addressed as Master Chef for the occasion. Campers must follow every rule and command given by Master Chief, whose goal is to make sure everyone drops out of his boot camp. If a camper wants to drop out of the boot camp, they must walk the dock of shame and ring the bell. The camper who remains in Master Chief's boot camp the longest wins invincibility for their team. Hank Hill drops out. Paper Peach. Oh, this is hard for the Screaming Gophers. They have less people, so they're far more likely to lose this challenge and thus lose another person. Saitama drops out. The Colt drops out. Kenny Omega drops out. Only one person left on the team. Season 1 of Smallville drops out. Then the Power Rangers. Then the Harmonica. Piston Hondo drops out. It's 1-1. Black Knight drops out. TV Static, despite the numbers advantage, has won invincibility for the Screaming Gophers. Colt and Fishbait find something in common. TV Static impressed the rest of the team by holding in there, even with the numbers disadvantage. Colt and Fishbait have a minor disagreement. Meanwhile, Alliance number 7 over here has formed. Weird alliance. I'm pretty sure they all hate each other. Hank Hill and the Power Rangers find something in common. He's trying to save himself at the last minute. Alliance number 1 forms. Power Rangers extremely despise Hank Hill. Saitama extremely despises the Black Knight. Hank Hill extremely despises Piston Hondo. Black Knight extremely despises Saitama. I think this could go either way. And Hank Hill could be gone, but Hank Hill has been trying to make amends recently. 6 marshmallows. The first goes to Season 1 of Smallville. The second goes to the Harmonica. The third goes to the Power Rangers. The fourth goes to the Black Knight. I think, has Hank Hill saved himself here, or is this it? The fifth goes to Saitama. And the last marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. Somehow, Piston Hondo must walk the dock of shame. How did that happen? Black Knight went after Saitama. Meanwhile, it's just everyone else just went after Piston Hondo. Maybe they saw him as too big of a threat. Who knows? That's wild, though. I really thought yeah, exactly. How the fuck? How is Piston Hondo the one that's gone? These tiny baby alliances. Extreme Hatred. Yeah, nothing really has changed here. Colt, medium dislike to TV Static. Kenny Omega and Colt feel mutual slight dislike. Dunks, please don't stay on the keyboard. You're very good. Please do not. Please do not lay on the keyboard. Oh, look. I forgot they have their one alliance. Now, do you want to get in my lap, Bubba? You can't stay on the keyboard, though. It doesn't matter how much in my lap you want to get. That's nonsense, Power Rangers, you fucking idiots. Okay. Extreme hatred toward Black Knight. Mutual extreme hatred. I know, why didn't they go after the Black Knight? I guess maybe they also hated Piston Hondo and I wasn't paying attention. Harmonica and Hank Hill feel a mutual unbreakable relationship. Well, we saw how well that went for Piston Hondo. Most of it is like extreme or unbreakable. Hank Hill and Black Knight feel a mutual strong bond. Season 1 of Smallville and Hank Hill have a mutual strong bond. Are you okay, Dunks? Please. Please have mercy on me. Go lay down. I don't want to fucking read this. Teams compete in 3 extreme sport challenges. For the first challenge, extreme sofa bed skydiving, one camper from each team, as decided by production, will jump from a plane 5,000 feet above the ground and attempt to land on their sofa bed as two... Oh my fucking god, Dunks, I'm sorry, you have to get off me. I'm too hot for you to lay on me. Especially when you're just climbing on me. I just laid him on his back and he just stayed there. For the second challenge, extreme rodeo moose riding, one camper from each team, as decided by production, must rodeo ride a moose for 8 seconds. If either camper falls off the moose, they will end in a pile of dirty socks from the lost and found. The camper that stays on the moose the longest wins the challenge. For the final challenge, extreme sea-doo water ski, 2 campers from each team, as decided by production, are given a role. The driver and the water skier. One at a time, drivers must race through a course, while the water skier from the opposite team is attached to the driver's sea-doo. The water skier's goal is to collect as many opposing team flags as they can before the driver crosses the finish line, while the driver's goal is to prevent the water skier from collecting flags. The water skier who collects the most flags wins the challenge for the team. The team that wins the most challenges wins invincibility and a tricked-out multi-massage mobile shower. Good lord. Alright, well, let's, glaze over all this. And the Screaming Gophers, 2-1, win yet again. Killer Bass in trouble here. Colt and Kenny Omega bond strongly. They bond slightly again after that. And TV Static feels unwanted and leaves the Alliance. Also hates Kenny Omega. Season 1 of Smallville has a major meltdown. Uh-oh. Black Knight and Saitama have a major fight. Oh, I bet that would have been cool to see. Black Knight and the Power Rangers find something in common. And Harmonica has split up from the Black Knight. That only alliance is no more. Saitama's targeting Season 1 of Smallville. Extremely despise him. Hank Hill does not like Power Rangers. Power Rangers extremely despise Hank Hill. Harmonica is targeting Black Knight because he finds him somewhat weak after that fight with Saitama. And Black Knight extremely despises Saitama. Alright, 5 marshmallows. The first goes to Smallville. The second goes to the Power Rangers. The third goes to the Black Knight. The fourth goes to the Harmonica. These two on the chopping block yet again. And the final marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. Saitama must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. How is Saitama still getting taken out here? What the fuck? Hank Hill must have really turned it around for himself. Somehow staying in this. Smallville, been getting first marshmallow for a while now, yeah? Indeed they have. Another shock elimination by the Killer Bass. We're down to 5-5. All campers have made the jury, and teams will become one next episode. Cabins have also been reassigned randomly. They will compete in a food-related reward challenge. Team number 1 is, Meta Knight, Colt, Hank Hill, Harmonica, and Season 1 of Smallville. Team 2 is Fishbait, Kenny Omega, Paper Peach, Power Rangers, and TV Static. Team 1, all their alliances are fucked. Literally all of Team 1 is in alliance, except for Colt, who got separated. Harmonica and Hank Hill, still unbreakable. Nothing else really of note. Season 1 of Smallville feels a slight bond toward Harmonica, and a slight dislike toward the Black Knight. Same alliances, really. It's not really worth checking the alliances right now. These two still fucking hate each other. TV Static and Fishbait feel a mutual, unbreakable relationship. What the fuck? Harmonica no longer... Oh, no, Harmonica was. It was, in the last one. Never mind. Paper Peach and Fishbait feel a mutual medium bond, and Kenny Omega and Fishbait have a mutual slight bond. Throughout the rounds, campers will be given a 9-course meal of gross foods. Each dish could be better, worse, or just as gross than the previous, but all dishes are guaranteed to be gross. The first team to finish a dish wins that round. The team that wins the most rounds will spend 2 days at a local 5-star resort where they'll be pampered, eat gourmet nochi, I have no idea, and be given antibiotics against anything they may have caught while participating in this challenge. 4 members of Team 2 fail to finish, and Team 1 scores. Alright, Team 1 scores again. Team 1 scores again. Team 1 tearing it up. Well, fuck, of course they're going to tear it up. Look how many people they have. I'm sure the Colt has eaten worse stuff than this. Team 1's running away with this challenge. Team 1, with a clean sweep of the food eating challenge, wins immunity and the reward. This is fucking bullshit. Hank Hill should be gone, and now everyone likes him. Hank Hill in Season 1 of Smallville have a major fight. Oh, Hank Hill tried to take them all out. The Colt in Season 1 of Smallville bond strongly by beating up Hank Hill, and Black Knight in Season 1 of Smallville have a minor disagreement. Meanwhile, on Team 2, the Power Rangers have a major breakdown, which leads to them having a minor disagreement with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega telling them they should bottle it up. Fishbait and TV Static have a major fight. I am about to sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. Meanwhile, Alliance number 2 is formed between Peach and Power Rangers. And here are the campers. I guess they're just all voting for each other now. Wait, no, they... Oh, right, they win a reward for their team. What the fuck? Campers are informed that all teams are officially dissolved, and that it's every camper for themselves, backed by popular audience demand. It's the Mongolian Warriors! Wait, oh, okay. Instead of it being audience, the production has decided the Mongolian Warriors are coming back, and also returning to campus Saitama. I really wasn't expecting this. This is an actual twist. So no more teams and the Mongolian Warriors and Saitama. Man, I sure wish they would have brought the waifus back instead of the Mongolian Warriors. So here we go, 12 people, every man for themselves. You can see these alliances over here. BS, we want waifus, bring back waifus. Saitama has extreme hatred towards Season 1 of Smallville. Extreme mutual hatred towards the Black Knight. Unbreakable bond, these stuff. Okay, the usual. Saitama feels an unbreakable relationship towards the Harmonica, but the Harmonica only feels a strong bond towards Saitama. Saitama knows who screwed him, and he's out for vengeance. In a random order, campers will have to spin the wheel of misfortune and determine what torture they must endure. If a camper backs down on a torture, or is unable to last 10 seconds, they are eliminated. If a camper passes their torture, they move to the next round. If a camper can pass their torture without complaining, they can choose the next camper and the torture, but if their victim succeeds, they are eliminated. When only 2 remain, if the next camper passes their torture, they win the challenge. Otherwise, the other camper wins. The camper who lasts the longest wins invincibility and a luxurious trailer to take home at the end of the summer. Power Rangers get the torture, where they must attempt to milk an angry bull. They pass the torture. TV Static must wear wooden shorts while a woodpecker pecks away at them. They fail. TV Static fails to complete the torture. Kenny Omega must eat a ghost pepper and chew it. He passes without complaint and chooses the Power Rangers to do poison ivy spa treatment. The camper must have his or her head wrapped in poison ivy. The Power Rangers complete this torture and eliminate Kenny Omega. Hank Hill must stick his or her head inside the kitchen garbage. He passes and moves on. Paper Peach must eat a large tub of ice cream and fails somehow, trying to watch her weight, I guess. Black Knight must get inside a wooden crate with Sasquatchanaqua and passes. He fights the giant Sasquatch off. Harmonica must listen to Chef berate them, and he couldn't do it. He had to leave. He's got self-esteem issues. Saitama must have their face waxed using melted marshmallows. He fails to complete and is eliminated. He doesn't have anything to wax. The Cult must listen to New Age music. They can't do it. They've been trained to never accept any of this New Age garbage. Mongolian Warriors must get a literal mud mask. They all fail because they just kept trying to attack everyone. Fishbait must survive in a game of log roll against Molotov the Bear, a performer with the Russian National Circus who has been the European log rolling champion for the past 12 years. He fails. Season 1 of Smallville must get a haircut with a chainsaw. They pass and move on. They just had to sacrifice a few guys. Power Rangers must have all their nose hairs pulled out at once. They fail and are eliminated. Hank Hill must listen to their own voice. What the fuck? He passes. The Black Knight must be defibrillated with 2 electric eels. They pass and move on. Season 1 of Smallville must sit in a barrel full of water and lake leeches. They pass and move on, sacrificing another few participants. Hank Hill must sit in the pouch of a kangaroo. He passes. Black Knight must be wrapped tight by a snake. He fails to complete. Season 1 of Smallville and Hank Hill are the final 2. Season 1 of Smallville gets the final torture. He must have his or her front covered in bees. He fails to complete, and Hank Hill wins invincibility. Harmonica and Saitama bond strongly, while the Cult and Kenny Omega have a minor disagreement. The Power Rangers target Black Knight because they extremely despise him. Omega despises Static. Black Knight despises the Power Rangers. Static despises Omega. Saitama despises Smallville. Fishbait has a slightly negative opinion about Harmonica, and Smallville extremely despises Saitama. Okay, so first up, we ran into marshmallows. But I reviewed the votes, and I have to say, there's lots of hate. There's a lot of hate on in this group, which is awesome. While I normally protect your privacy, in the spirit of airing your dirty laundry, I'm gonna go live with your confessionals. The campers, the votes are revealed to everyone. Black Knight voted for Power Rangers. Colt voted for Power Rangers. Fishbait, Hank Hill, and Harmonica voted for Smallville. Kenny Omega voted for the Power Rangers. Mongolian Warriors voted for Smallville. Peach voted for Smallville. Power Rangers voted for Smallville. Saitama voted for Smallville. Smallville voted for Power Rangers, and Static voted for Smallville. Season 1 of Smallville must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. But Power Rangers know exactly how many people hated them and who tried to get rid of them. As we pursued on now, I'm not going to fucking bother with alliances. Mutual unbreakable relationship. Oh, harmonica. No, they do. It's just they don't know it's mutual, I guess. Mutual extreme hatred. Alright. Power Rangers and Black Knight feel mutual strong dislike, and Paper Peach and Kenny Omega feel a mutual strong bond. This makes no fucking sense. Campers must search certain areas on the island for keys that will unlock different treasure chests, which contain different rewards and punishments, including invincibility. Before the challenge begins, campers each pull their own plank out of a bucket. Each plank depicts the location of a key. The campers have until 6 p.m. to get their keys. When the time is run out, campers can open their treasure chests, but some keys do not match any of them. TV Static could never find a key and wins nothing. Black Knight wins a toaster. Harmonica wins a leg lamp. Colt wins 2 ships in a bottle. Paper Peach wins a dud key, or gets a dud key. Kenny Omega couldn't find his key. Saitama wins an accordion. Fishbait found a dud key. Mongolian Warriors win cologne. Hank Hill could not find his key, and Power Rangers win chips and a can of pop. Nobody won the invincibility. Fishbait and Harmonica bond slightly, and Harmonica and Paper Peach have a major fight. Harmonica targets Paper Peach because of that fight. TV Static extremely despises Kenny Omega. Hank Hill considers Fishbait somewhat threatening and needs to get rid of him. Paper Peach does not like Harmonica. The Power Rangers extremely despise Hank Hill. Saitama extremely despises Black Knight. Black Knight despises the Power Rangers. And Omega despises TV Static. We have 10 marshmallows. If I call your name, come up and get one. First to Kenny Omega. The second to Fishbait. The third to Paper Peach. The fourth to the Colt. The fifth to Saitama. The sixth to Hank Hill. The seventh to the Mongolian Warriors. Here are your final 4. The 8th to the Black Knight, the 9th to the Harmonica, the 10th and final marshmallow goes to the Power Rangers. TV Static must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. Eventually, Power Rangers out of here. Everyone's either picking the loser or they're picking Power Rangers. So I don't think Power Rangers is winning this. It's just a matter of how long they make it. View all of these. Once again, Power Rangers and Black Knight feel mutual extreme hatred. Mutual unbreakable relationship here. A lot of unbreakable things now, actually, if you just comb through them. Kenny Omega feels a strong bond towards Paper Peach. This actually makes no sense at all anymore with the voting. The campers have 10 minutes to hide anywhere on the island. When the 10 minutes are over, Chef Hatchet will start searching. If a camper is caught, they can try to escape to home base. But if Chef Hatchet hits them with his water gun, the camper is eliminated and must help search for campers. Campers can win invincibility by being the last camper still hiding, getting to home base after Chef Hatchet finds them, or tagging any of the remaining hiding campers after being eliminated. Harmonica is found by Chef Hatchet. The Colt is found. Black Knight is found. Kenny Omega is found. Saitama is found. Black Knight is shot by the water gun. Black Knight tags Power Rangers and wins invincibility. Power Rangers must tag someone now. Mongolian Warriors is found. Kenny Omega makes it to home base. Mongolian Warriors makes it to home base. Paper Peach is found. Colt is shot by the water gun. Saitama makes it to home base. Fishbait is found. Fishbait makes it to home base. Paper Peach makes it to home base. Harmonica is shot by the water gun. Hank Hill is the last camper hiding and wins invincibility. 7 campers win invincibility. Black Knight, Fishbait, Hank Hill, Kenny Omega, Mongolian Warriors, Paper Peach, and Saitama. Paper Peach is the Colt leader, confirmed. Hank Hill and the Power Rangers bond slightly. The Mongolian Warriors are impressing the rest of the team. Colt and Harmonica find something in common. And alliance of Black Knight and Fishbait have formed. Power Rangers finds the Colt somewhat threatening. Black Knight despises the Power Rangers, and Paper Peach strongly dislikes Harmonica. 9 marshmallows. The first to Paper Peach. The second to the Mongolian Warriors. The third to Hank Hill. The fourth to Kenny Omega. The fifth to Fishbait. The sixth to Saitama. Here are your last 4. I think this is finally it for the Power Rangers. The 7th to the Black Knight. The 8th to the Harmonica. And the 9th and final marshmallow goes to the Colt. The Power Rangers must walk the dock of shame. Couple votes for the Colt. One vote for the harmonica, though, so it was cutting it pretty close. Down to 9 now. You can see all of their things here. Fishbait feels a medium bond toward harmonica, and harmonica feels medium dislike toward the Mongolian warriors. Campers must build their own bicycles, then trick them out using arts and craft supplies. Campers are informed that they will be racing the bikes. In a surprise turn of events, it is revealed that campers will draw names out of a hat which will determine whose bike they will race on. In Part 1 of the race, and anyone whose bike crossed the finish line will proceed to the next round. In Part 2 of the race, campers will ride their own bike if it survived Part 1. This part of the race includes landmines, an oil slick, and a hazardous pool of piranhas. In another cruel twist, campers are told that while the first racing camper who crossed the finish line wins invincibility, the last racing camper will be automatically eliminated. If a racing camper's bike is destroyed during this part of the race, they are technically not included and therefore cannot be eliminated. So someone's gone here. Harmonica selects the bike made by Black Knight. Hank Hill gets the bike made by the Warriors. Fishbait selects the bike made by Saitama. Mongolian Warrior selects the bike made by the Colt. Peach gets the bike made by Omega. Colt gets the bike made by Fishbait. Omega gets the bike made by the Harmonica. Black Knight gets the bike made by Hank Hill. And Saitama gets the bike made by Paper Peach. Part 1 begins. Saitama crosses the finish line. The Mongolian Warriors cross the finish line. Black Knight crosses the finish line. Harmonica crosses the finish line. Hank crosses the finish line. Kenny Omega crosses the finish line. The Colt crosses the finish line. Oh, but the Fishbait fails to finish in the bike made by Saitama, and Paper Peach fails to finish in the bike made by Kenny Omega. 7 will compete in the second part. So Saitama and Kenny Omega, well, they won't be eliminated because they didn't make it to part 2. Whoever gets last place here, one of these 7 is gone. Part 2 begins. Black Knight finishes first. The Mongolian Warriors finish second. Hank Hill finishes third. Fishbait finishes 4th. The Harmonica finishes 5th. The Colt finishes 6th. Paper Peach fails to complete the second part and is safe as a result. The Black Knight wins invincibility, and the Colt must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. I like to think they rigged Paper Peach's bike to save her. The Colt sacrificed themselves for their leader, Peach. Meanwhile, Hank Hill has a major meltdown. But actually, you know, he's impressing them even with his meltdown. He's still trying to keep it together. What was the point of winning immunity if there was no vote that night? See all this here. Fishbait feels a medium bond toward Harmonica. Mongolian Warriors feel a medium dislike towards Hank Hill. After watching a horror movie, campers are led to believe they have been abandoned on the island due to an escaped psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook being on the loose. The last camper still alive wins invincibility, while the camper who does the worst job at surviving will be eliminated at the campfire ceremony. The first camper killed is Harmonica. I'm going to be so salty if Hank wins. The second camper killed is Hank Hill. The third camper killed is Saitama. The fourth killed is Peach. The fifth killed is Fishbait. The sixth killed is Mongolian Warriors. The seventh is Kenny Omega. And Black Knight is the last camper alive. Mongolian Warriors and Paper Peach have a small fight, and Hank Hill forms an alliance with the Harmonica. What the fuck? Paper Peach apparently did the worst job at surviving and must walk the dock of shame, but Harmonica was the first one gone. How did she do the worst job at surviving? What? Chat calling BS on Peach being considered the worst. And you know what? I kind of agree. I think they realized they may have rigged the bike race so that she would be not eliminated. And I think they realized that, and they took her out because of it. This is rigged for Hank Hill, and you won't stand for this. Hank Hill feels an unbreakable relationship with the Black Knight and the Harmonica. Hank Hill feels a medium bond towards Saitama. Kenny Omega feels medium dislike towards Hank Hill. Campers have 8 hours to trap an animal and bring it back to the campfire unharmed. Before the challenge begins, campers take turns pulling slips of paper out of a hat to decide what animal they will be hunting. When the challenge starts, campers will have 1 minute to collect as much equipment as they want. The first camper to bring their animal back wins a feast of all of their favorite foods, while the loser must clean the communal washrooms. Hank Hill gets a deer. Fishbait gets a bear. Kenny Omega selects raccoon. Hey, another winner of Brantsteele. Harmonica gets frog. Saitama gets chipmunk. And the Mongolian Warriors get duck. And Black Knight selects beaver. The challenge begins. Fishbait brings the bear first. Jesus Christ, I guess it's also bear bait. Saitama brings back the chipmunk. Mongolian Warriors bring back the duck. Black Knight brings back the beaver. Kenny Omega brings back the raccoon. He just kind of went and said, hey, you want to come on over? And he's like, yeah, I'll take a vacation before my Brantsteele finale. Harmonica brings back the frog, and Hank Hill brings back the deer last and must clean the communal washrooms. Buddy is not eliminated yet. Kenny Omega and Mongolian Warriors have a small fight, and this alliance down here has formed. Could the Harmonica be playing secrets? Hank Hill's targeting the Fishbait, considers him somewhat threatening. Black Knight despises Saitama. Fishbait strongly dislikes Hank Hill, and Saitama extremely despises Black Knight. Ooh, I don't know. I think it could go either way right now. 6 marshmallows to give out. The first goes to Saitama. The second goes to the Mongolian Warriors. The third goes to Kenny Omega. The fourth goes to the Harmonica. Here are the 3 that are still remaining. The 5th marshmallow goes to the Fishbait. And the final marshmallow goes to Hank Hill. Black Knight must walk the dock of shame. And as we can see here, Harmonica, the Mongolian Warriors, and Saitama voted for the Black Knight. Understandably. Meanwhile, it was 2 for 2 on the other ones. So if just one of these people had changed their vote, it could have gone somewhere else. Hank Hill still in this crowd, very displeased. Both the returning competitors also still in it, though. I don't think we've acknowledged that yet. Harmonica is in a mutual and unbreakable relationship with 3 of the other competitors. Literally half the remaining competitors. I think Harmonica could win this. I think Harmonica's making a ton of friends. Fucking bullshit. Just die already. Hey, I think Harmonica's actually going to win this. Mongolian Warriors feel a slight bond toward Fishbait. Saitama and Kenny Omega feel a slight dislike towards one another. Campers compete in 3 challenges while handcuffed to a partner. Before each challenge, pairs will be offered to take a wimp key. If a pair takes the key, they will be freed from their partner, but will also be eliminated from the challenge. For the first challenge, competitive chowdown, pairs must choose a feeder and an eater. While the eater must have their hands behind them at all times, the feeder must feed their partner. The first feeder to complete their platter of food wins the challenge for the pair. For the second challenge, pairs must canoe out to Boney Island and open a package that is waiting for them. In the package is a portion of a cursed idol, which must be returned to the Cave of Treacherous Terror, but campers will have to piggyback their partner there. The first pair to return their idol wins the challenge. For the final challenge, the totem pole of shame and humiliation, pairs must assemble a totem pole starting from the first camper voted out to the most recent, using wooden heads of those eliminated before them. The first pair to correctly assemble the totem pole wins the challenge. The pair that wins the most challenges wins invincibility. If all 3 pairs win a challenge, no one wins invincibility. The final isn't a vote? Yeah, but he can survive to the final and just take out whoever's left. The first pair consists of Kenny Omega and the Mongolian Warriors, then Fishbait and Hank Hill, and Harmonica and Saitama. One of the only people Harmonica... Or wait, no, I think maybe Harmonica was Bonobus. I don't remember. Fishbait and Hank Hill win Challenge 1. Harmonica and Saitama win Challenge 2. Fishbait and Hank Hill win number 3. So Fishbait and Hank Hill win Invincibility. Harmonica and Kenny Omega find something in common. Hank Hill's targeting Kenny Omega because he doesn't like him, and Kenny Omega does not like Saitama. Ooh, I don't know how it's going to go. I think we could lose Harmonica here. I don't know. 5 marshmallows. The first goes to Fishbait. The second goes to Hank Hill. The third goes to the Mongolian Warriors. The fourth goes to the Harmonica. Who's going home? The final marshmallow goes to Saitama, and Kenny Omega must walk the dock of shame. A lot of votes for Kenny Omega. Here we are, the final 5. 2 of which are inanimate objects, 2 of which are returning competitors, and Hank Hill. The losers reveal their opinions on the remaining campers. There is no jury. All 17 losers will vote out one of the final 5 campers. Uh-oh. Hold up, you're fucking done. All your picks are gone. Someone could get screwed here. The vote 1 for fish bait, 1 for Hank Hill, 2 for fish bait, 2 for Hank Hill, 3 for fish bait, 3 for Hank Hill. This could be Hank Hill's doing in. 4 for fish bait, 5 for fish bait, 6 for fish bait. I don't even remember how many for Hank Hill, but there's so many fish bait. Season 1 of Smallville wants to get rid of Saitama, but everyone else either going for fish bait or Hank Hill. And I don't know how many votes it was, but fish bait must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. Hank Hill, die already. Hank Hill has not died. He has made it to the final 4. I think Harmonica is in an unbreakable relationship with all of them. Are there any alliances left? Harmonica and Hank Hill and Harmonica and the others. He's playing the field. Harmonica in a mutual, unbreakable relationship with these two, but medium dislike towards the Mongolian warriors. Well, fuck, if it comes to a vote, they're gone. Harmonica's going to turn it against them. Mongolian warriors feel a small bond towards Saitama. Saitama feels slight dislike towards the warriors. Yeah, Mongolian warriors are gone if they don't win invincibility. After waking up in the middle of a forest, campers are informed by Chef Hatchet that, in pairs, they must navigate the way north back to camp. Before they begin, each pair is given a bag containing everything they'll need except food. The first pair to find their way back to camp and touch the totem pole wins invincibility. The first pair consists of Mongolian warriors and Saitama. The second pair is Hank Hill and the Harmonica. Hank Hill and the Harmonica wins invincibility. These are your finalists right here. Fucking damn it. Harmonica and Mongolian warriors have a major fight. Hank Hill and the Mongolian warriors bond slightly. Saitama is impressing the rest of the team. I think the Mongolian warriors are gone. 3 marshmallows. The first goes to Hank Hill. The second goes to the Harmonica. Well, obviously they're immune. So which one's gone? The last marshmallow, unsurprisingly, goes to Saitama. The Mongolian warriors must walk the dock of shame. These are your final 3. Somehow we have 3 episodes left. Here it is. The Harmonica still playing the field. Mutual, unbreakable relationship. But Saitama feeling an unbreakable relationship with the Harmonica. Harmonica not reciprocating it. I think Harmonica is going to get rid of Saitama if there's a vote. No, it's an elimination challenge. Never mind. There's no vote. I see it off on the left, which is why I know you're on the left. Harmonica feels a medium bond towards Saitama, and Saitama feels a small bond towards Hank Hill. I triple dog dare you. Due to the producers running out of insane ways to torture the remaining campers, they turn to the ousted campers for ideas. In this challenge, each camper will take turns spinning a bottle that is attached to a board. Whichever ousted camper's face the bottle stops on determines the dare that camper will perform. If the camper takes their dare, they win a get-out-of-dare freebie. The camper can also inflict the dare onto another camper with the goal of eliminating them. But if the dared camper has a freebie, they can use it. At any time, campers can give each other freebies if they choose to. If a camper refuses to do a dare, they will be automatically eliminated from the challenge and the game. What the fuck? Wait, so you just lose? Holy shit, hold up. Wait, what? Is this the end? Hank Hill gets a dare from Season 1 of Smallville. Eat dog food. Hank Hill completes the dare to get a get-out-of-dare freebie. Harmonica gets a dare from Kenny Omega. Fight an alligator. Harmonica passes the dare to Hank Hill. Hank Hill uses his freebie to skip the dare. Alright? They're playing teamwork here. They wanted to fight an alligator. Saitama gets a dare from 8-Bit Mega Man. Have your head shaved by Chef Hatchet. Saitama laughs and gets a get-out-of-dare freebie. Dare number 4. Hank Hill gets a dare from the Cult. Put on a play where you must kiss a sock puppet made from the sock Chef Hatchet is currently wearing. Hank Hill passes the dare to Harmonica. Harmonica refuses the dare and is eliminated. Harmonica loses. He must walk the dock of shame and board the boat of losers. Okay, so it was until someone lost. So Harmonica is gone. Hank Hill just screwed Harmonica out. The final 2. Well, I mean, he's not here anymore, but the final 2, Hank Hill and Saitama find something in common. The final campers. Will it be Hank Hill making it all the way to the end, or will Saitama, the returning competitor, make it out? Pre-challenge. All previously eliminated campers will cheer for a side. Hank Hill has 11 supporters, and Saitama has 9 supporters. Die, Hank, die. The chat wants Hank to die. Rejected Olympic relay race. The final 2 campers must compete in 3 parts, which were supposedly pitched to the Olympic Committee, but rejected as an Olympic sport. One camper must wear a chicken hat, while the other must wear a cow hat. First campers must run to the first location and shimmy up a pole to retrieve a flag. Then they must cross a 300-meter balance beam suspended across a massive gorge with man-eating flesh freshwater sharks below, while carrying an eagle egg. Finally, once across, it is a long-distance run to the finish. Along the way, the cheering campers can help who they're rooting for. The first camper to reach the finish wins Total Drama Island, $100,000, and a right to go to the final Hunger Game. Hank Hill and Saitama compete. Come on, Trip, Hank, Trip. Hank Hill wears the chicken hat. Saitama wears the cow hat. The challenge begins. Saitama retrieves the flag. You know what? Saitama, he works out. He runs like, 1,000 meters or something every day. Saitama makes it across the bridge with the eagle egg. Hank Hill retrieves the flag. Saitama crosses the finish line. Saitama wins. He just destroyed Hank Hill in that competition. The returning Saitama put his expertise to good use and is the victor. Saitama is going to the finale. And we can proceed, which is optional. I don't know what that's going to be. A bonus episode. Let's see it. Why not? Saitama has to make a choice. He can take the $100,000, or he can give all 22 campers a chance to find a hidden briefcase containing $1 million. You know what? If Saitama chooses the 22 briefcase, he'll still go to the finale. What are we looking at here? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm always looking for a reason to cut something out to save me some time while I'm sick tomorrow. Okay. If Saitama chooses the briefcases for everyone, and someone wins the $1 million, then I'm gonna get rid of Survivor David versus Goliath tomorrow. Or Healers versus Hustlers versus Heroes. I'll look at them both, see which one is more different, and I'll get rid of one of them, and I'll put whoever got the $1 million into the finale. Is what we'll do here. What will Saitama choose? Saitama chooses to give up the $100,000. 14 campers end up colliding into the water with the briefcase. They will compete for $1 million in Total Drama action. Fuck, wait, hold up. Okay. Here's your fucking cast right here. You know what? You know what? What this says to me is I'm not going to get rid of one of the big brothers next week. Instead, these 14 right here, let me get a screenshot to remember. These 14 will compete in one of the competitions tomorrow. I'm sorry if that was super loud. I forget about that. They will compete. Ideally, I want them to compete in Big Brother Over the Top, which is tomorrow. But if there's not enough people, we'll put them in one of the survivors. But either way, there's your 14 that will... These 14 basically get a second chance. Except for Saitama, so it's these 13. Because Saitama is a winner, so... I'm not going to take that away from Saitama just because he didn't get the money. Either way. Yep. There we go. There's your placements for everyone. Internet Explorer was the one out first. Hank Hill is the runner-up. Hank Hill did well. I don't think he needs to be on Redemption Island. I think he just lost the final challenge. He was just outplayed. Feel like Piston Hondo kind of got fucked. But no one really screams Redemption Island to me here. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be, I forget. I don't have to. It's Survivor All Stars. Okay, so last time when I cut one of the survivors, we cut Survivor All Stars in favor of Survivor something else that I don't remember. Game Changers. No, we did Game Changers. We cut All-Star for something. But I realized the one that we kept was exactly the same like all the others, basically. Whereas All-Stars had like 3 teams of 8. So I wanted to keep that one around. So let's real quick make this visible. Fuck no, Hank Hill should get sealed forever. Yeah, no, Hank Hill's, as far as I know, he wasn't in that group that's getting a second shot, so. If you'll give me just a moment, I'm not gonna be fucking bothered, to be honest with you, to cut this shit out. Dude, fucking honestly, like, honestly, though, honestly, I'm just gonna leave this the way it is. Because we're not gonna keep this screen for long. We're gonna swap to the other one here in a minute. So we'll keep this just long enough for you to see, the cast, rather than, fuck around with it. I don't know why I hated Hank Hill so much in that game. It's because he should have gone out, like, super quickly. Alright. So, Survivor All-Stars. Representing the Chipera tribe. Bloody Mary, Catherine, Goku, Sloth, Tira, and Wrath. The Mogo Mogo tribe. Three Musketeers, Gluttony, Labo Robot, Mother Nature, Pearl, and Vine Sauce. And the Saboga tribe is 2B, the Charmin Bear, Chibi Robo, Obama, A Single Rose, and Thorin. So let's proceed to the alliances. Okay, fuck no, we actually do need to... We can stretch it out a little more on each end. Hit OK. OK. Now let's make this fit. Actually, I think that looks perfectly fine, to be honest with you. So, I think that's good the way it is, although I am going to center it. Centering made it look weird, but I think it actually still looks fine. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, here are the, here's some alliances right here. It's actually just like, they just split up a bit, barely. Three Musketeers and Vine Sauce working together. Alright, why the fuck is it like... Oh, that's why it's all fucking weird and janky. Okay, that's better. Have you ever watched Total Drama Island? Yes. I watched Total Drama Island, then I watched half of Total Drama Action, and then we lost cable. And someday I'll watch all of them again, even though I know the later ones suck dick. But that's okay. And here are your Saboga alliances. Proceed to the Immunity Challenge. On floating platforms, the tribes will have to dive down and release their raft from a mooring on the bottom of the ocean floor. They would then have to transport fire torches on their raft to the beach, lighting torches along the way. The first two tribes to light the torches bring their rafts to the beach and climb under a bamboo crawl, win immunity. The Chipera tribe and the Mogo Mogo tribe win immunity. Love Total Drama Island when I was a kid. Oh yeah, I absolutely, I was so invested in it when I was a kid. So much, because I watched it like every week when it aired. Same with Action until we lost cable, so. Now I realize how risque that show was. Oh yeah, no dude, it was made by the same people that made like 16. And it was basically like shows for, like, it was shows for teenagers with stupid comedy. But that's my kind of shit. No significant events occur. Mother Nature and Gluttony have a major fight. Because he keeps eating all her shit. And we're going to have to vote some people off here. On the Saboga tribe. First two votes go to Obama. The second two votes go to Thorin. Fifth to Obama, then Thorin. The final results are 3 to Obama, 3 to Thorin. There's a tie and a revote. Alright, so it's actual revote time now. 1 to Obama, 2 to Obama, 1 to Thorin, another for Obama. Final results are 3 Obama, 1 Thorin. Obama has been voted off the island. Current lineup here. This one's going pretty quick. See your tribe alliances. Mogo Mogo alliance, alright. Basic things. The tribes will need to swim out to retrieve the logs that are adrift at sea, with each tribe losing a member after each plank was recovered, so that only one castaway would be left to retrieve the final log. The first tribe to build the stairway and use it to reach a platform would win a reward. The Chipera tribe win tarps and blankets. There are 3 boats at the bottom of the ocean floor. The first 2 tribes to swim down, free the boats of their heavy cargo, clear the water out, row to the shore, and carry the boat over the finish line would win immunity. Saboga win immunity as the Chipera. I should recall now that one of the characters, Courtney, I think took her clothes off in order to win the jet ski challenge, and that shocked you as a kid. Yeah. That happened a couple times where they would have like the black censor bars. Goku and Catherine bond slightly. Labo Robot and 3 Musketeers bond slightly. No significant events occur. First vote goes to the Labo Robot. The next 2 votes go to Gluttony. Then to Gluttony. Then to Gluttony. And Gluttony, the tribe has spoken. You are out of here. I don't think we need to see how each player votes unless it's like super close or something. Just not important. Unless they give reasoning. I should probably check to see if it gives a reasoning, because then it's at least somewhat interesting. View all the alliances here. Super speedy quick. From Tree Mall, tribes would receive tools from Home Depot and must construct a decent shelter using the provided tools under 24 hours. The next day, the host will bring an expert to judge these shelters. The shelter that would be deemed as the most livable shelter would win a reward. The Shapira tribe win a reward. They win a crate containing tarps, blankets, and wine to be dropped from a plane. Mogo Mogo tribe also win a reward. They win a crate containing... Oh, they win the same thing. Meanwhile, this random immunity challenge, the Shapira tribe wins, and they also get comfort and shelter in the form of a tarp, blankets, pillows, mosquito net, and hammock, and the Sabogo tribe winning shelter in the form of a tarp. Eating too much. Very specifically Home Depot tools. Catherine and Sloth have a minor fight. Oh, Chibi Robo and the Charmin Bear bond a lot. The Mogo Mogo tribe losing someone else. The first goes to Vine Sauce, then Pearl, then Vine Sauce, then Pearl, then Vine Sauce, and that is it. Vine Sauce has been voted off the island. Does it tell us why? No, it does not. So the Mogo Mogo tribe in trouble here. Honestly, I'm glad we did this one. I'm ready for this to end, and this one is extremely fast, so I'm glad we kept all stars. I'm glad I kept all stars. I'll be real about it. No alliances left on Mogo Mogo, or whatever the fuck it's called. Mogo Mogo. Mogo Mogo. Each castaway would receive a box containing 4 items. The goal was for each survivor to match an item from their box to an item in another castaway's box. The tribe scoring the most matches would win a reward. Sabogo wins a survivor bathroom with a shovel, toilet, mouthwash, shampoo, soap, toilet paper, toothbrush, and toothpaste. What is the fucking shower, not shovel. I was about to question what the point shovel was. The game's going fast. Yeah, thankfully. And the Mogo Mogo tribe win a bathroom with a shower, toilet, mouthwash. Okay, they win everything. Alright, cool. On to the immunity challenge. One member from each tribe at a time will dive to a buoy in the water. They will dive down to a series of buoys submerged at different levels. The first buoy would be 1 meter underwater, the second 2, and so on. Once all of the buoys have been brought back to the platform, they will shoot the buoys into a basket out in the ocean. The first 2 tribes to get all of their buoys in a basket wins immunity. Shapira tribe and the Saboga tribe win immunity. God, the Mogo Mogo tribe is just fucked. Sloth isolates himself from the rest of the tribe. No one wants to align with him. He's just being lazy. It's not even that. 2B and Chibi Robo have a major fight. Oh no! She's slaying the robots again. The first vote goes to Pearl. The second to Mother Nature. And I don't even need to, you can see. The rest go to Pearl. The tribe has spoken. The Mogo Mogo tribe is getting all kinds of fucked up right now. Tribes were delivered sets of bamboo, either via tree mall, or might be tree mail, I can't actually read that, or personally delivered by Jeff. The tribes would have to design their own raft for them to paddle at the challenge. At the challenge, the tribes would have to pick up crates or people. The first 2 to finish wins. Mogo Mogo tribe wins fishing spears, hooks, and mask, and the Sabogo tribe wins the same thing. The tribe that finishes last is dissolved. Okay. Shapira tribe is dissolved into the Mogo Mogo tribe and Sabogo tribe. So Sloth, Goku, and Bloody Mary and Tira join the Mogo Mogo tribe. Meanwhile, Wrath and Catherine join the Saboga tribe. So here are your new tribes, evened out as best... Actually, just evened out. Getting rid of Mother Nature may cost them by her getting revenge by bad tides and weather. Well, good thing they kept her then. So like that, we split it into 1 sin per team over here. Thorn's got a pretty solid build up here. Building some new alliances a little bit, you know, taking a look about. A lot more bigger fucking alliances and shit. Run over floating balance beams, grab a basket from a boat, and come back. First to 20 wins. There's an attack zone in the middle of the course for physical contact, but both players must be inside it when contact occurs. The Mogo Mogo tribe finally win immunity with their new members. Goku and 3 Musketeers bond a lot. Oh no, the alliance of 2B and Thorn dissolve. He's tired of Nier Automata. It's old news. The castaways all vote. The first goes to Wrath, the second to Chibi Robo, then Wrath, then Chibi Robo again, then Chibi Robo, and the 4th and final vote, the 7th vote, and the player leaving is Chibi Robo. See these alliances once again. Tribal Stampede. One tribe member at a time uses an adjustable seesaw beneath a tower to catapult 9 assorted items into a basket atop the tower. The Saboga tribe wins shish kebab and other items in the basket. And the Saboga tribe wins immunity. The behavior of Sloth is becoming appreciated around the camp. He's finally starting to pull his weight around here. Charmin Bear and a single rose bond a lot. The Moga Moga tribe have to vote someone away now. The first vote goes to the Labo robot, then 2 to Bloody Mary, then the Labo robot, then 2 more to Bloody Mary, 5 to 2. Bloody Mary has been voted off the island. Things continuing to stay even. Floating puzzle. The tribes are to assemble a puzzle boat before rowing the shore to the 2 paddles. One player runs to the jungle to raise a flag and lower 2 more puddles. Then the tribe rows back to the starting platform. Moga Moga tribe wins immunity. They also win barbecue on a yacht and can kidnap a member of the losing tribe. They kidnap Wrath and will have immunity by skipping the tribal council. So, do they temporarily kidnap him to give him immunity, or is he on their team now? Because I can understand Sloth wants another member of the Sin over here. It makes sense. That's some team immunity built in right there. A smart kidnapping, honestly. Charmin Bear and Catherine bond a lot. The first vote goes to 2B. The second goes to Thorn. The third goes to Thorn. The fourth goes to 2B. The fifth and player leaving. Thorn has been voted off 3 to 2. A shame for Thorn. Holy shit at kidnapping. Thorin has been voted off the island. Okay, no, they only kidnapped him for the council. So basically, they got to choose one member of the opposite tribe to give immunity. And Sloth wanted to save his brother-in-arms. This really was a good kidnapping. First round, everyone tries to hit a target with blow darts. Closest to the center wins 2 arrows for their tribe. Other tribe wins 1. Second round, same thing but with spears. Third round, tribe chooses a player to use a bow and arrow to hit a target farther away. Closest to the center wins. The Moga Mogo tribe wins immunity. The Moga Moga tribe's tearing it apart. Lava Robot and Mother Nature have a minor fight. Waste of cardboard, honestly. The Shapira tribe at that is now a medium strength alliance. Alright. The castaways all vote. The first vote goes to a single rose, then Wrath, then a single rose, and the third vote, player leaving, is a single rose. The castaways have voted. Moga Mogo tribe coming from last up to first now, by far. All the twists, the castaways are asked to pair with another castaway. These pairs are asked to drop their buffs and get new ones. These buffs these pairs draw determine the new tribes. What the fuck? I have no idea what that means. Alright, the new Moga Moga tribe is 2B, Catherine, Charmin Bear, Labo Robot, and Sloth. And it's worth noting... No, it's not. Never mind. Then on the Saboga tribe, 3 Musketeers, Goku, Mother Nature, Tira, and Wrath. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's worth noting that Catherine and Goku have now... Oh, and Tira have now been a part of every single team. Just a ton of fucked up alliances with all these teams shufflings around and shit. This is like Fallen Comrades, but with questions about the 7 previous seasons. Drawn at random from an urn, tribes must come up with one unified answer. First to 10 points wins. There will be sudden death questions if there's a tie. Moga Moga tribe wins immunity again. The Moga Mogo curse is broken. Tira and Wrath have a major fight. I think one of them could go here. Wrath, it looks like it's absolutely Wrath. Wrath is gone. The tribe is voted. 5 to 4 now. You know, Wrath, he held on with that kidnapping. And now into the Chaboga Moga tribe. What the fuck? Almost as good as the Metal Gear tribe. So here we are. Every man now for themselves unless they want to work together temporarily. The 9 castaways are playing individually instead of as 2 tribes, even though they are not merged. But they are merged. They have to dive down to retrieve a pot. The player with without a pot is eliminated. After 3 rounds, they are diving for a heavy crate in the final round and must take it to shore. 2 players are booted in each of these 3 preliminary rounds. I thought they said eliminated, they were like gone. 2B wins a reward. She wins an overnight resort stay and shares the reward with Charmin Bear and Tira. This is a standard breath-holding contest with separate rounds for men and women, and thus 2 immunity winners. In the final, the 2 finalists from each gender have a race to unclip buoys. This was based off the first individual immunity challenge in Survivor history. Sloth wins immunity, and Tira wins immunity. This alliance has dissolved. And on to the votes. The first vote goes to 2B. 2 votes to Mother Nature. Another vote to 2B. Then it looks like the tribe was pissed at not being taken to the resort with 2B, and they have voted her off the island as revenge. Catherine has a lot of alliances and playing a low-key game. You're right. Final 8 here. Proceed to the reward challenge. The tribe would be divided into 2 teams of 3. Each team would use sandbags to knock down the other team's wall. Once one team decimates the other team's wall, both teams would switch positions, and one member will start rebuilding their wall. First team to finish rebuilding wins rewards. Labo Robot, 3 Musketeers, Tira, and Mother Nature win a reward. They win videos from home and can compete for individual immunity. The winning team must solve a simple sliding puzzle. First to finish wins, and Tira wins immunity. Oh no, the behavior of Sloth is rubbing the tribe the wrong way. He's starting to be lazy again. And that could be it for him. Oh, they're starting to take it out on everyone who went to that resort. The Charmin Bear now with 3 votes. But 3 votes to the Labo Robot. And turning it around, the Labo Robot is voted off the island. The Charmin Bear was almost taken out. Who else did Tira share the reward with? Or 2B share it? Was it Tira and Charmin? Who did 2B share it with other than the Charmin Bear? I don't remember. Goku also in several... Actually, Goku's in more alliances than... Goku and Sloth and Tira are in more alliances than Catherine. A lot of people in more alliances than Catherine. Answer questions about the players in the game when they try and guess the answers most commonly given to the same questions. For every correct answer, a player is allowed to chop one of 3 ropes. Last person standing wins. Mother Nature wins the reward. She wins the first choice of a restaurant meal and choice of the other castaways' orders. When it rains, it pours. One arm above their head with their wrist tethered to a bucket of water on top of a platform. The castaway who could stand there the longest without tipping the bucket would win. Last person standing wins. And Goku, with all his training, has won. Tira and the bear. Well, they better look out. They could be on the chopping block here as Goku is immune. Oh, and this tribe is split up. The first vote goes to Sloth, then 2 to the Charmin Bear, then 1 to Sloth, then another to Sloth, then another to the Charmin Bear, and finally, with a vote of 4 to 3, the Charmin Bear is gone. Tira, the last resort survivor. I think Sloth and Tira are the next ones to be on the chopping block after all this. Simple eating challenge. Using food items from places used in previous seasons. A person is eliminated each round. Fastest to eat the last item in the final round wins. Tira wins a reward. She wins an overnight stay with a loved one and shares the reward to Sloth. She's like, one of us is going down. We might as well go out together. Proceed to the immunity challenge. Castaways will have a very high seesaw contraption with 2 small drums, 1 on each side. The first side has a small hole in the bottom, while their drum was hollowed in the middle. They must create a large fire in the hollow drum while filling the other drum with water. The logic is to keep the fire going while filling the water can to rise the fire can. First person to ignite the fuse on top of their seesaw wins. What a mouthful. Catherine wins immunity. Catherine and Mother Nature have a major fight. Uh-oh. And there it is. 3 votes to Sloth. He's got to be gone. But wait, 3 votes to the 3 Musketeer, and it is a tie. Final results 3 to 3. There is a revote, but I think there's 6 people, so I think it's going to be a tie again. 2 to the 3 Musketeer. 2 to Sloth. There is a tie after the revote. Therefore, each will draw a rock, and whoever gets Thanos rock will be eliminated. Mother Nature has drawn Thanos rock and is removed from the island. Sloth barely holds on. Thanos eliminating Mother Nature. Thanos rock eliminating Mother Nature. The Learn from Past Mistakes challenge. Cross a balance beam without falling. First 4 to finish, move on. Commando crawl, sliding puzzle. First 3 to finish, move on. Catapult 3 bags into a raised basket above an adjustable plank. First 2 to finish, move on. Rope ladder, 2 roped hand over and traverse. Flying fox, grab car keys. What a weird, nonsensical paragraph. Either way, Tira wins a GM Chevrolet Colorado truck. Jesus Christ. And she shares the reward with 3 Musketeers, who's going to get a Malibu Max. Jesus. You see, Tira playing a smart game, sharing the rewards with as many people as possible so they don't turn on her. Because of Thanos rock, Mother Nature can't be angry and won't worsen the weather. Correct. The only way she could truly lose. Players try to find the 17 pre-merged tribe names from seasons past hidden in a board of letters. First person to find all 17 names and the mystery word wins. Three Musketeer wins immunity. This original tribe dissolves. Alright, time for voting. 1 to Catherine, 1 to Sloth, 1 to Catherine, 1 to Sloth, and 3 to 2. Sloth has been eliminated. Tira is just playing this so smart. She's made it to the finale with the other 4 by sharing her awards, keeping off of everyone's radar. These two, tribe events, or these are just the alliances, whatever. Retrieve 8 rungs in numbered order, then use the rungs to build a ladder and climb up to the top of a tower located in the middle of the maze. Goku has 1 immunity. Tira could be gone here, unless they're going after 3 Musketeer again. New Mogo Tribe Alliance is now a medium strength alliance. They could work together to get rid of Catherine, and that alliance is, that's exactly what's happening. This alliance working together 3 to 1. Catherine has been eliminated. Into the very end, the great finale, down to Goku, Tira, and 3 Musketeers. Of course, they were in alliance together, but I think Musketeers getting kicked out because they have a secret alliance over here. Hand on a hard idol. Each tribe member held onto the immunity idol while standing on a small pedestal. The person who lasts the longest wins immunity, which Tira does. No significant events occur. And of course, first vote and the player leaving is Goku. What the fuck? Wait, what? I guess Tira just chose? So Tira just fucking super backstabbed Goku. Alright, 3 Musketeers and Tira. Catherine has 1 immunity or she's gone. Oh, you're quite a ways behind. That's okay, though. Alright, who's the jury going to choose? 3 Musketeers or the jury? Proceed to the winner reveal. The first vote goes to 3 Musketeers, then Tira, then 3 Musketeers, then Tira. They each have 2 votes. Then Tira, then Tira. The 6th vote and winner by a vote of 5 to 2. Tira has won, and Goku was the fan favorite. So Tira is now into the finale. I don't really think anyone needs to go into Redemption Island. No one really stuck out in that one. Oh well. Time for the final game. I hope you're all very excited. I know I am. I'm very hungry as well. Before we do that, I would like to leave, please. Can I just go to Brantsteele, please? I was going to be mad if Tira somehow lost. Hey, that's fair. Alright, so what does the Hunger Games look like? Because we're going to have to sort this out again. Extremely good, actually. Like, very good. It'll probably be a little cut off at the bottom, but this is amazing. So let's load it up. Here we go. The final one for the night. Hunger Games. Here we go. Representing District 1, Mike Tyson and Vincent Van Gogh. In District 2, Stan Marsh and the Crimson Chin. In District 3, Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Samus. In District 4, the Grim Reaper and the Toiletnator. In District 5, Fanfiction.net and Butters. District 6 is Monokuma and Didi. District 7 is Pride and Elmer Fudd. District 8 is the Fake Power Rangers and Northern Lion. District 9, Mechagodzilla and Edmund McMillan. District 10, Uno and Masahiro Sakurai. District 11 is Glass Joe and Vault Boy. And District 12 is Neil Patrick Harris and Lust. The final Hunger Games for the night. So how far does this cut this off? Cuts it off pretty far, actually. But I think we'll be fine. Can I, like, move this up? Yes. So we're going to move it up here. Because then it barely cuts anything off. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. There's going to be mad. Okay, I already read that one. Didi runs away with a lighter and some rope. Mike Tyson runs away. Elmer Fudd finds a bag full of explosives. Pride stabs Stan Marsh in the back with a trident. Stan already gone. Toiletnator takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Samus runs away from the cornucopia. Vault Boy runs away. The fake Power Rangers snatch a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Mechagodzilla runs away. Dr. Doofenshmirtz runs away. Butters snatches a pair of size, I guess is what that says. Uno clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Masahiro Sakurai, Glass Joe, Fanfiction.net, and Grim Reaper share everything they gathered before running. What a strong team that is. Neil Patrick Harris runs away. Vincent Van Gogh scares Monokuma away from the cornucopia. Lust runs away from the cornucopia. Northern Lion runs away. A lot of people running away. Edmund runs away. And the Crimson Chin runs away from the cornucopia. Lust and Mechagodzilla work together for the day. The fake Power Rangers defeat Grim Reaper in a fight, but spare his life. They're too just. You don't have a favorite here? Is that a good thing? Like they're all so good? Or you don't have a favorite because they're all shit? Dr. Doofenshmirtz questions his sanity. Dee Dee injures herself. Uno is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Pride repeatedly stabs Monokuma to death with sighs. Every kill has been Pride so far. Stabbing someone. Voltboy and Butters work together for the day. Northern Lion begs for fanfiction.net to kill him. He refuses, keeping Northern Lion alive. You're meh fanfic for me. Alright, makes sense. Glass Joe runs away from the Toiletnator. Ed McMillan tends to the Crimson Chin's wounds. Neil Patrick Harris tries to sleep through the entire day. Elmer Fudd hunts for other tributes. Mike Tyson constructs a shack. Accidentally right-clicked. Samus receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Vincent Van Gogh goes hunting, and Masahiro Sakurai makes a slingshot. 2 kills, both from Pride. A clear threat here. Glass Joe starts a fire. Dee Dee cooks her food before putting her fire out. Vincent Van Gogh kills Uno with his own weapon, the reverse card. Fanfiction.net, Edmund McMillan, Lust, Mechagodzilla, and Toiletnator sleep in shifts. Mike Tyson attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Northern Lion convinces Samus to snuggle with him. Absolute mad lad. Fake Power Rangers, Neil Patrick Harris, and Butters sleep in shifts. Pride cooks his food before putting his fire out. Crimson Chin fins Grim Reaper, Voltboy, and Masahiro Sakurai away from his fire. Elmer Fudd falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Classic Elmer Fudd. Dr. Doofenshmirtz receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Where's Perry? Lust constructs a shack. Vincent Van Gogh, Masahiro Sakurai, Fanfiction.net, and Glass Joe track down and kill Neil Patrick Harris. Dee Dee picks flowers. Grim Reaper collects fruit from a tree. Pride and fake Power Rangers work together for the day. Butters constructs a shack. That does sound like Elmer Fudd. Mechagodzilla runs away from the Toiletnator. Northern Lion stalks Samus. Just one cuddle and it goes too far already. Crimson Chin accidentally steps on a landmine. I don't have the image anymore, I'm sorry. I don't have it, I'm sorry. Voltboy begs for Dr. Doofenshmirtz to kill him. He refuses, keeping Voltboy alive. Ed McMillan discovers a river into Elmer Fudd's dead body. Mike Tyson picks flowers. A lot of kills here on this day 2. Night 2, Dr. Doofenshmirtz convinces Samus to snuggle with him. I'm starting to think Samus is a little more desperate than she's leading on. Vincent Van Gogh cooks his food before putting his fire out. The fake Power Rangers severely injure Dee Dee and leave her to die. Northern Lion and Mike Tyson sleep in shifts. Fanfiction.net and Mechagodzilla huddle for warmth. Glass Joe and Toiletnator tell stories about themselves to each other. Grim Reaper attempts to start a fire, but it is unsuccessful. Lust receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Possibly the other sins. Masahiro Sakurai strangles Voltboy with a rope. Edmund McMillan receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Pride questions his sanity, and Butters quietly hums. Toiletnator tends to Edmund McMillan's wounds. Mechagodzilla travels to higher ground. Northern Lion tries to sleep through the entire day. Mike Tyson, Vincent Van Gogh, and Grim Reaper hunt for other tributes. Pride collects fruit from a tree. Samus hunts for other tributes. Lust chases the fake Power Rangers. Dr. Doofenshmirtz camouflages himself in the bushes. Butters steals from fanfiction.net while he isn't looking, and Masahiro Sakurai tracks down and kills Glass Joe. Yes, Mechagodzilla, let the yaoi warmth through your body. Thought we weren't going to have any kills that one day, but nope, Masahiro Sakurai had to take out Glass Joe real quick. Vincent Van Gogh is awoken by nightmares. Grim Reaper attempts to start a fire, still unsuccessful. Samus destroys Sakurai's supplies while he's asleep. That's what you get for nerfing her. Lust lets fanfiction.net into her shelter. Fake Power Rangers think about winning. Butters receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Ed McMillan fins Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Toiletnator, and Mechagodzilla away from his fire. Northern Lion severely injures Pride, but puts him out of his misery. Classic Northern Lion, beating a mini-boss with ease. Mike Tyson loses sight of where he is. Ed McMillan, Masahiro Sakurai, and Mike Tyson hunt for other tributes. Dr. Doofenshmirtz makes a wooden spear. Lust steals from Samus while she isn't looking. The fake Power Rangers construct a shack. Fanfiction.net, Toiletnator, Mechagodzilla hunt for other tributes. Vincent Van Gogh tries to spear fish with a trident. That was probably used to kill Stan Marsh. Grim Reaper practices his archery. Butters picks flowers, and Northern Lion discovers a river. Hey, on the last episode, was it Treasure Planet or Treasure Island that they watched? It was Treasure Planet, wasn't it? I know it's unrelated, but nonetheless. Still curious while I think about it. Mechagodzilla kills Samus for her supplies. Dr. Doofenshmirtz passes out from exhaustion. Toiletnator sets up camp for the night. The fake Power Rangers climb a tree to rest. Grim Reaper and Butters hold hands. Masahiro Sakurai receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Northern Lion cooks his food before putting his fire out. Lust loses sight of where she is. Mike Tyson dies from hunger. That's an absolute shame. Vincent Van Gogh kills fanfiction.net for his supplies. Ed McMillan cries himself to sleep. Boy howdy, me IRL. Day 5. Toiletnator makes a slingshot. Vincent Van Gogh defeats the fake Power Rangers in a fight, but spares their life. Masahiro Sakurai searches for firewood. Dr. Doofenshmirtz explores the arena. Misread that as explodes the arena. Northern Lion begs for Butters to kill him. He refuses, keeping Northern Lion alive. The Grim Reaper defeats Lust in a fight but spares her life. Lot of mercy until Edmund McMillan throws a knife into Mechagodzilla's chest. Thought it said Treasure Island, but you said it was Treasure Planet, which is a Disney movie. Oh, fuck, now I'm going to have to go back and check. Here's all your deaths here for the day. Almost a week in, and quite a few people. A lot of mercy in this game. Toiletnator lets Vincent Van Gogh into his shelter. The fake Power Rangers try to sing themselves to sleep. Northern Lion lets Masahiro Sakurai into his shelter, now that he can stream Nintendo games. Edmund McMillan unknowingly eats toxic berries, you fool. Grim Reaper, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and Lust start fighting, but Dr. Doofenshmirtz runs away as the Grim Reaper kills Lust. Butters quietly hums. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Vincent Van Gogh decides not to go to the feast. Toiletnator, Northern Lion, and Dr. Doofenshmirtz get into a fight. Dr. Doofenshmirtz triumphantly kills them both with his death ray. Grim Reaper's trap kills fake Power Rangers. Masahiro Sakurai severely slices Butters with a sword. Grim Reaper catches Dr. Doofenshmirtz off guard and kills him, and Masahiro Sakurai diverts Vincent Van Gogh's attention and runs away. A lot of fallen tributes here. I think we're down to just 3. Vincent Van Gogh with 3 kills, the Grim Reaper with 3 kills, and Masahiro Sakurai with 4 kills. You know, there's way less suicides when you're not in the game. Yeah, there sure are. Alright, which one of these 3 is going to make it? Masahiro Sakurai cooks his food before putting his fire out. Vincent Van Gogh is awoken by nightmares, and the Grim Reaper tries to treat his infection. Vincent Van Gogh strangles Masahiro Sakurai after engaging in a fist fight, and the Grim Reaper accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it, leaving Vincent Van Gogh as the winner from District 1. Congratulations to Vincent Van Gogh. Here's the leaderboards of survival and whatnot. You know, I really thought Pride was going to do better. He started with 2 good kills and then just got snubbed out by Northern Lion. But, you know, big props to Vincent Van Gogh. That was a quick Hunger Games. I don't really think, like, anyone stuck out too bad. We've only got 3. We've got, like, 5 games, and the next one we can save for Redemption Island. Acceptable results. Yeah, unless you, can think of anyone you think deserves to, you know, move on. Otherwise, our current winners are Tony Hawk, Ho-Smack from Kiss X Sis, Spider-Man, Homer Simpson, Kratos, Shinsuke Nakamura, Catwoman, Quiet Man, Bullet Hero, Raccoon, Santa Claus, Blue Koopa Kid, The Green Koopa Kid, Darkness, Yuri Han, Dr. Light, Netflix's Bandersnatch, Saitama, Tira, and Vincent Van Gogh. Meanwhile, on Redemption Island, we have Corey Graves, a can of Dr. Pepper, Kimmy, Shane McMahon, Spagoot, Lars Sullivan, Elias, TJ Perkins, Pumbaa, Miley Cyrus, Shelly DeKiller, Velveteen Dream, Red Koopa Kid, Maid Sama, and Hitmonchan. It's been a long one. I've now dedicated 5.5 hours to Brantsteele, even though it's not all on recording. But nonetheless, hey, thank you for coming out. Let me back out of all of this. Don't forget, we will see some of our Mad Lads return tomorrow from the Total Drama Island cast. And I will see you tomorrow. The real challenge is trying to recall why they won or on Redemption Island. I can remember most of them, honestly, because they were the characters that stuck out the most. There's a couple, I'm like, why? But either way, hey, thanks for coming, and I will see you next time.